All praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem HaKakodash.
honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for wealth, and salutation and much love to the Akim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. Brothers from GMSTampa Church, back, to prophesy the finale of this place. That's where we're at. Let's start there in 2 Ezra 9. Because if you're paying attention to what's going on, which the average American don't know what the hell is going on. All they hear is little memes. Oh, Iran, World War III memes. And the whole time, things are escalating. All right, bombing the hell out of it. What Trump said, we're gonna bomb the fuck out of them. Yep. On national television. This guy's a madman. But so we're watching the times, all right, and it's lining up perfectly with what the scriptures say would be happening in the last days. All right, and the Lord Himself warned us about wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes. Man, how many 7 point up, happened this year already? Thousands and thousands dead. They still looking for people in Venezuela. Yep. I don't know what for. Japan as well. Then you have Mexico. There's been a handful of 7 point and up. And that ain't nothing to be played with. Man, I'm talking about if it happened here, this whole building would collapse. This whole whatever 50-floor building come collapsing down. So the Lord is showing his judgments. Go ahead, dude.
This is 2 Ezra 9 and verse 1. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right. So how do you measure the times? Through the scriptures, through the prophecies. But like Amos 3 and 7 says, matter of fact, get that I think it's the NLT version. All right. The Lord has revealed it to somebody because they got what? The warning got to go out. All right. And that's how we're measuring the times, where we are on the timeline, so to say. We don't know the exact date. No man knows the date, not even Yahushai. But if you have a brain to put two and two together, you can see that the Lord is on his way back. He's already, and it said part of the signs, all the signs are here. Yep. Let me get that real quick.
So this is Amos 3 and 7 in the NLT. It reads, Indeed, the sovereign Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, never does anything until he reveals his plans to his servants, the prophets.
Yeah, and what? Then the prophets and servants will go out and declare it. Right? Proclaim what's about to go down. And at this point, we ain't really much to tell you. At this point, we're just pointing that out. Because it was for the vision was for an appointed time. At the end it shall speak, chapter 2. But now it's screaming at you. Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
Yeah, this is a plain message. All right? But what? You have to it has to be revealed unto you. Because people been reading the Bible all their lives. And you don't know that there was World War III spoken about it in the Bible? Famine. All right? America's in the Bible. And it's prescribed to go out in thermonuclear fire. And you see what's going on with Russia, Ukraine, Iran, the whole Middle East pretty much. There's every nation in the Levant region, all right, and the Arabian Peninsula have been bombed this year. And it ain't letting up. Hell, even Egypt just recently they didn't attack Egypt, they attacked an American tanker, but at an Egyptian port. So this is escalating. Then you got Ukraine that bombed Iranian ships. So this world war is escalating. And guess what? They need some bodies to go over there. A military draft is coming. So anybody between the ages of 18 and 42, guess what? You're about to get called up.
That's right. And as more nations are starting to join into this war, they're gonna need more bodies. Yep. Because the military, they don't have that many people like that. The people that's joining and listening to they're not matching the quota that they have for people to listen to the whole military.
It's only just over 1 million people. And that includes mechanics, somebody in a typewriter.
Yeah.
And the U.S. Army is only about 400,000. They ain't got nowhere near the numbers to invade Iran. They got to win a successful invasion, you need 3-to-1 ratio. And they ain't got that. So what? They're going to bring the conscription. All right? They're going to start drafting you young men to go fight a war that you have no idea about. And guess what? What are they doing to the soldiers over there? They're taking the phones. Oh, no more. Iran's fighting y'all because y'all taking pictures and going on Instagram. No, it's not. So they don't record the devastation that's going on in military bases. And speaking of that, in Iraq, the American troops are leaving. They're fleeing. Of course, the military say, "Oh, we're just it was a planned withdrawal." No, it's because they're getting this shit blown to pieces over there. So they running with their tails tucked between their legs. But again, we told you about these things. How many years we've been out here telling you about World War III? You wondering why you can't afford gas and rent? Well, we told you why. Because this war is helping bring a global economy collapse. Go ahead, though. Is that all? No.
It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it, for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Yeah, the visions, the prophecies, the words of the Lord was for an appointed time. Back when Jeremiah, Isaiah, Moses, Yahushua, okay, all the prophets, Daniel, John, all these visions that they received. All right, they wrote down what the Lord told them to write down, because some things the Lord told them not to write it down. But those things were for a prescribed time. And now we're in that time. It's reality. It's no longer prophecy, it's reality. And there's only a handful of things, less than a handful of things left to come to pass before this place is burnt and wiped off the face of the earth. And Yahushua cracks them clouds and every eye see him. What a day that will be. That's what we're hastening for, man. That's why when we see Trump up there talking shit, all right, and send more missiles and blow more things up, we praise the Lord for it. All the things that are going on around the earth, but people are scared to look at it. You know, they don't want to hear that. It's all it's negative. Every time I turn the TV on, it's nothing but negativity. So it's going to get worse. Negativity's coming to your doorstep soon. See, because once this dollar is done with, which is as we speak, it's unraveling, then people are going to realize why you've been living so good. And it was because the dominance of the dollar, and that's done. So that's going to affect you because the dollar is nothing. It's not backed by anything. But we know what the solution is. They already got a solution. But again, we're living in this visions. Okay? The appointed time is now. 2026. Well, hell, it's been happening since COVID. Really. Things have completely gotten worse since, and worldwide too, because that pandemic was worldwide. Nobody recovered from that, man. And now they got this dude, Dr. Fauci. I plead the fifth. And counsel respectfully declining. But you plead the fifth in court. Watch what they're gonna do to you, shit.
It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
And we at the end. How do we know we at the end? Because the prophecies are speaking. That's why nobody got nothing to say anymore. Where the scoffers at? Well, they ain't got nothing to scoff about. What they gonna? The only thing they can say is, "What about the Gentiles?" You know, that's what. Nobody want to deal with the signs anymore. You know, or the judgments that are going about that we read about. Ain't nobody got nothing to say anymore. Vocab don't got nothing to say about the prophecies. You know, he's just on a campaign to demonize us. But he ain't got nothing to say about the doctrine and the prophecies. Why? Because this is the time for it to happen, man. Your mouths must be stopped. And that's what the Lord is doing. That's why nobody, there used to be crowds of people surrounding us. But now they know that the word, that knife, the word is sharper than any two-edged sword. That knife is cutting these people. And they can't deny it, what we're saying. They just turn on your social media. Turn on the news. You're going to see exactly what we've been talking about. And it's going to get worse. America's about to become a third world country. A shithole country, like Trump says. Go ahead.
It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
And it's here. Again, the Lord said the gospel will be preached to the ends of the earth, and then the end shall come. We're at the end, man. That YouTube has spread this word worldwide, and now you can listen to it in whatever language you speak. On YouTube, you can dub it. I tried it the other day, and it was one of our videos, and we talking Chinese. What the hell? So, hey, no excuse. There's no tongue where this word can't be heard in, man. And they got all kinds of languages on there. So who knows what they actually dubbing it, though. It could be like Who knows what they saying in China? They got us saying in Chinese.
Yeah, it may not be the right
Exactly.
pronunciation of it, but we're saying, through the spirit, man. They could be making up and saying another whole story, man. We don't know what it's saying.
Yep.
But hey, man, if you have the hope for elect, man, you're gonna get this word either way.
Let me see. Let's see if I can pull one up. See the audio track. I'm gonna put it in Japanese. So
Yeah.
we at the end, man.
Yeah.
That
That was one of the first of many miracles that the apostles did.
It was the spirit.
Speaking different
tongues.
out here in our language, him being a Galilean.
Yep. Yep. So hey, that's it right there. And very soon we're gonna be doing that in real life. You know, the Lord gonna put the Holy Spirit on us to talk that pure tongue. And everybody just hears us in their language. Because that's the Lashwan Kodak is the the language of the heavens. It's pure. So that's about to come upon us, man. The spirit, the Holy Spirit, which we already have, but it's about to intensify. That again, that's another indicator of how we know we at the end. The things the Lord is doing on this earth through His men. It's a miracle in itself that we know this truth. No matter what Esau tried to do, he couldn't ultimately hide it.
You got go back to that second.
Okay.
Second Ezra 9 and verse 3. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
That's going on right now. Uproars, earthquakes, civil unrest. You look what happening in Spain. Oh, the 40, 50,000 niggas just pulled up. And nobody can stop that. What you gonna do? People are protesting their own governments. So hey, things are getting worse and worse as we speak, and that's coming to America now. All right, which they I've seen this one lady get an interview, a MAGger, and she's like, yeah, the war's dividing us, and the guy's like, what war? She said, well, there was a civil war before. So people see it. The average peon out here is seeing that America is completely divided. Nobody stands for anything in America. Nobody's patriotic. July the 4th was pathetic. Nobody wants to go fight for America. Well, guess what? You're gonna be forced to go fight for America.
Only people that stand up in America are against America. That's the people that stand.
Hey, you know what that is? Itay. Huh? Itay. That's Lord's chosen people. La gente del Señor. Son los negros, latinos y nativos americanos. Y ahora el fin del mundo viene. Y el Señor va a traer salvación a su gente. And this is how we know He's coming soon. Go ahead.
Says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all things is made, and the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
Yeah, so that we at the end is the Lord has declared the end from the beginning, and now it's made manifest. Okay. So hey, we the Lord has He gave us those signs, so we knew that this is the end. It's like when you're driving down the highway, they got signs on the side of the street, right, to let you know what's coming. So that's where we at, man. We on the highway to heaven, yeah. And while everybody else on the highway to hell. Because people really don't know how bad it. Because if people knew how bad it's about to get, you'd be out here doomsday prepping.
Yeah.
Shit is about to get. People are gonna starve to death, and it looks like a lot of you people are been eating very well. Guess what? You might have to go a week without eating soon.
Yeah, right.
Pining away. And as the scriptures say, it's better to die by the sword than to die of hunger.
Right.
And a lot of you gluttonous, morbidly obese Americans are about to suffer a painful famine. Wait till 1 more month, 2 more months, and you're going to see what we're talking about. They've already told you the fertilizer ain't coming in. Thanks to the Iran war. You can thank Trump for that one. You're going to be starving out here in the streets of America soon. and you can't do a damn thing about it. You're gonna be wailing in the streets. And guess what? This is the judgment of the Lord. The Lord is about to return and bring judgment upon all you people, unless you repent. And from the looks of it, and from what the Lord said, most of you ain't gonna repent. The majority of you walking around is missile food. And guess what? If you starve to death, the Lord gonna raise you up, and you're gonna eat a missile anyway. You ain't getting out of that judgment. There's a script, I think it's a Revelation. It says the dad gave up, the dad gave up, or the sea gave up the dad. Roughly paraphrasing that. So hey, you think you starved to death or you got shanked? They stabbed you to death. You thought, oh, they said they need a missile. Nope. You're gonna get risen up to eat a missile. No escaping that second death.
I got it. Go ahead. This is the book of John, chapter 5. The point is in verse 29. But starting at verse 28, it reads, "Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming, and that which all that are in the graves shall hear his voice."
So they're gonna hear. And again, there's some are gonna. Oh, keep going.
It says, "And shall come forth they that have done good unto the resurrection of life."
So they're gonna be risen up to either good reward or a terrible reward. But every man shall be rewarded according to his deeds. Some are going to be risen up unto everlasting life, and others to everlasting fire. Not literally, but it's going to feel like it. Because Revelation 14, it says they're going to be tormented. You get tortured. That's what it goes into, tortured. Guantanamo Bay ain't got nothing on the missiles, and they already said it. It's going to burn 20,000 or 20 times hotter than the sun. And Lord's going to keep you alive for it, to feel every degree. It says as they Zechariah, as they stood upon their feet. All right, dead men don't stand around. Go ahead.
It reads on, it says, "They that have done good unto the resurrection of life, and they that have done evil unto the resurrection of damnation."
That's right. So you're going to be risen up for damnation. That nuclear destruction. If you're here in America, you're either going to be delivered from the thermonuclear destruction, aka nuclear warheads, or you're going to eat it. Eat it. You're going to suffer that torment. Again, the lake of fire. Talking about here in America. From sea to shining sea, it's going to be on fire. And don't tell me that can't happen. All right, well, you better look at what's going on over there on the other side of the world. That's all leading to the end of America. They running through missiles left and right. It ain't nothing. That's what America's. It's over. You're out of missiles. You keep wasting missiles. Your soldiers are through. You got little Private Gonzalez. What the hell is she doing over there? 19-year-old Private Gonzalez.
She should be doing at home doing OnlyFans.
Yeah, she would have been better off. Yeah. Shaking ass. But no, she wanted to be a strong, independent woman. Well, hey, the missiles don't discriminate. Shit, equal opportunity over there. Shit. And then, again, that's why they taking those soldiers' phones, because, bro, there's no defense for them. They getting blown up in the barracks.
Your family members that's texting you is talking to ChatGPT.
Yep. I'm doing great, Mom. Can't wait to see you. That nigga dead.
Since February
Yeah.
28.
He was a first waiver. Because again, they say, only 18 service members died. That's bullshit. There's thousands dead probably now. If not, hundreds or at least thousands. Because we already know Central Command be lying. They lie about everything. How many times we won the war according to Trump? 50? 50 times? They decimated. They have no military. So what the hell what you still fighting them for then?
Yeah, who's sending those?
Yeah,
Right.
no back.
Must be the mountain niggas.
Right.
They just push some buttons.
Hey, them niggas got some high tech technology. They in a desert cave hitting highly guarded Patriot defense missile systems.
The what's the other one? The PAC-3s.
That's embarrassing, bro.
That's you ought to be ashamed.
Right?
Yeah. They're supposedly are decimated. They got is speedboats. And maybe they have a couple missiles. Man, they've been saving the best for last. Shit. They just warming up in Iran. Shit. So wait, what's the next move? Because they've already done the same shit over and over. Bomb them. Are we gonna blow them up? Then what? We're gonna next week we're gonna blow them up even bigger.
The gas go up.
That's the only thing happening. gas going up, shortages are coming, oil shock, food shock, everything about to be in shock, including you people out here, man. You have more than that?
Oh no,
Oh, you had something?
Yeah, to go with the brothers preach up. You brothers were kind of harping on it earlier because we, through the Spirit, Yahushua has already warned these people before all this. So this is John 10:25. Yahushua answered them, I told you, and you believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me. But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I have said unto you. So those that don't hear that voice of reasoning, because that's what it is, the Lord reasoning with us. That's where the trial of man is in the reasoning of his heart. Is because they're not on those pastures. They're not a part of that flock of the Lord.
Yeah, they don't recognize the shepherd's voice because they're not of the fold. They're just some wild beast.
Yeah, they eat wild grass. You got clean,
Maintained.
expensive type of grass in this pasture that fully nourishes you.
And then you can't come in through the gate, or only through the gate. Which is Yahushua. Anything else, you're coming up at the feet.
And only the shepherd can open the door. A sheep, he can't. This ain't a spring-loaded door that you can just run into and it don't. No.
It's a locked gate.
It's a gate.
Okay. It's in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse 30. It says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight.
Yeah, there's people again in Iraq. They're scrambling out of there, but they've been getting beat up, not only by Iran but Iraqi forces as well that are Iran backed. But look, you see these TikTok. This is a goddamn shame. Your soldiers, the men that are supposed to be defending your country, on TikTok complaining about the military. Even generals, they're not on TikTok, but they've been blowing the whistle.
Yeah, I seen a little trend on YouTube with these military people saying, "Why did you join the army?" And they was like, "Oh yeah." Some people some people will tell you, "I did it for the money."
Well, hey, you did it for the money. Now go serve your country.
Now you on a plane.
Yeah, it don't matter where you go. If you went and whatever military base, you will be relocated very soon. You thought you was living peachy, because they be in some exotic places. They got bases at. They the soldiers taking the women and shit, having a good old time. Well, nope, that's done with. So you going to war now, and a lot of these guys didn't expect to go to war when they signed up for the sign up bonus. Got 30 racks. They're losers, man. And a lot of them just want to go home and play Xbox. They ain't considered. They ain't count the cost. And we know military men. Brothers know different military men. Some brothers were in the military. We know. We get, shit. These people are spooked. The damn military spooked. Because what? They're being told, you got to go defend Israel. They ain't signed up for this, man. It's not our war. Yeah, exactly. And now they're going to send IDF soldiers to beat you people over the head. They're going to rape, just like they do in Gaza. Them soldiers come here to do the same thing to you. By your beloved government, right? Because they just joined with the military forces, all the agencies. And we told you this was coming, man. We told you it would be foreign troops to come over here police you people.
Yep.
All right, you got more than that?
Yeah, it's the IDF. They're going to send American troops out and let IDF come in here and police the American citizens.
Yeah, no more because the Coast Guard got to go too.
Yeah.
Even them motherfuckers definitely ain't ready to fight, but they need the boots. Hey, they need the space fillers.
You're a government worker.
Yeah.
You're still under the same branch of command.
If you're a mechanic in the military,
you're going to go fix some shit that just blew up on the field.
They need you to go fix that tank ASAP.
Hey, one of those Edomites that I used to work with that they had that whole group split up and a couple got fired. Oh, one of them niggas talking about he put in his 2 weeks. He said he's joining the military. This is an Edomite that drinks Mountain Dew for breakfast, smokes vapes and cigarettes, about half a pack by lunch. I was like, and he talking about I gotta wait 2 months now because they gotta give me a waiver. I'm like, you just gonna go
expedite that.
Yeah.
Oh, you high? All right, you come on in. They already removed that. You want to smoke? Get high. Go ahead and get high. And it's not for a drug test.
And what's funny is that people in the world are saying the same thing because they had one of the other mechanics, he's like, what's he going to the military for? To go? They must be sending him to the front lines. That's where people like that is.
He's overweight. He's morbidly obese.
He's not morbidly obese, but he's just. I doubt he can even do one pull-up.
Oh,
He's one of them loser Edomites. But he trying to escape his bullshit he got going on over here because his wife divorcing him. So he think he got
nothing to live for.
Yeah.
It's fucking But just throw the nigga out the plane with giving up. No parachute. Hey, well, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
They joined the military for that. Our nephew, he probably watching this. He joined for that. He wanted to escape. But now he in South Korea.
He had nothing else he can get into. He didn't have the grades for school. He said it himself.
Yeah.
I didn't have nothing else. No, I couldn't get into college. What else was I gonna do?
Hey, I told him before he left, I said, man, just remember the names.
Job, man.
Yeah, hello. That's what well, either way, he in that age range for the draft. Either way, them young men, all these guys that just finished high school, nigga, you ain't going to university. They gonna start drafting people very soon this year. It could be a month or two away, honestly, because it was for December, the automatic registration for the draft. But they gonna have to speed things up, man, because people are dying. Missiles are flying. The missiles are flying and the people are dying. So we're winning.
Right.
Yeah, right. You're gonna find out firsthand that we ain't winning. And again, they already said cyber attack, right? With the water. They expect some T attacks very soon. Shit blowing up all over the major cities. And hey, that might be when the famine of the word comes, because shit start blowing up. We ain't gonna be out here. Shit. We're very close to the famine of the word. And when we stop coming out here, the Lord gonna speed things up even more. And it's already happened because the Lord sped things up. Things are moving quick, man. Like the scriptures say, the Lord shortened the days for the elect's sake. We already halfway through on the 8th month through the year. Shit, sliding.
They said the other day, eventually Iran attacked like a water.
Yeah, cyber attack. 30 different water plants, 7 different states.
Yeah.
And of course, it was Iran, which I don't doubt it because they not retarded over there in Persia, man. Yeah, they got good ass engineers, good ass hackers.
Yeah.
Been around for thousands of years.
Yeah. Says Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 30, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might have failed.
Yeah, them motherfuckers over there, when they start hearing that, the drones coming, shoot, boosh, like in the movie, what's it called? Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
The opening scene, and the niggas just getting mowed down, and then at the end of the movie, with Matt Damon, he just in the fetal position crying and shit. Yeah. That's how these guys are when them bombs start dropping. And they're saying, oh, well, some of the injured soldiers, they just got some, concussions. No big deal. A bomb blew up next to them. They can't even hear no more. What are you talking about? Their brain got rattled. Even if you did survive the explosion, you're fucked. And there's thousands of them like that. Because remember, there's 40 to 50,000 U.S. troops over there stationed. It's like, well, only 18 niggas died? Come on, bro. they don't even believe that. The numbers ain't added up. That's why they depleted all their missile defense systems, trying to defend them. And now they're just saying, fuck it. We ain't stopping that one. Don't even bother. They rationing missiles, defense systems. I thought America was the mightiest military on the planet. Look like Iran's outboxing America. Let you waste all your defense systems protecting Israel. Now your soldiers getting blown to smithereens.
And they did it with $20,000-$30,000 drones.
Yep. Yeah, and the old ass missiles. Now they bringing out ballistic, hypersonic, and then they can't do shit about it. They say wait for that motherfucker to hit. And then again they mobilized like 100 drones, $20,000 drones, and one missile. Can't stop it.
Yeah.
Winning.
Go ahead. It says they became as women.
Yeah, that's why imagine the women over there. If the men are becoming as women, Miss Gonzalez, Private Gonzalez was shitting her pants right before she died. Because they don't, they hear the sirens and that's what they gonna run. Yeah. They ain't got no bunkers. They got plastic barracks. Not like sheet metal. That shit just, the bomb blow up over there, the goddamn strap metals come flying at you.
Building they got put together in a week or so.
Yeah. Tents. Damn. And they've been there, but again, they're retreating in Iraq, and they've been there 20 years. All that shit is getting blown up. All the millions and billions of dollars they use to build all them bases up get destroyed every day, And now, remember, talk about surprise attack. Nigga, it's war. We need surprise attack. They surprised it. Iran did a surprise attack in Jordan. Really. Like, you popped out the bush. Don't forget.
Exactly. Y'all be we in a fight.
And that was in Jordan. That where the three soldiers died, which is they say 3 and probably like 300.
300.
Yeah. Because how did they just die and then everybody else was fine? There was only 3 people on the base. Come on, man. The bases are getting wiped out.
Yeah, and then there was an Israeli newscaster showing the soldiers. They was laughing at them.
Yep.
Hundreds of them was laughing at you Americans that's going over there and that's really down for them.
Yep. Because again, they're not gonna send their troops. They wanted America to send their troops. Put them niggas in the battlefield. While we come over here and police your cities.
Yeah, while you in the military, they're gonna be ravaging your wife and
and now a lot of them are already here, training ICE.
Yeah.
Or already in ICE. Mossad agents, which is the equivalent of CIA, and now they just merged. They don't know who, what. Well, hell, they supposedly in the Pentagon they got their own little setup, Mossad. So come on, man. But hey, somebody got to fight that war.
Yeah.
As the scriptures say, 2 Ezra 16, brother, want to hold that? Go ahead, finish that.
says they have burned her dwelling places, her bars are broken.
Yep. No defense. They got nothing, man. All this talk about, stealth bombers and B-2 bombers, Apache helicopters, all them shit's been getting shot down. How many helicopters, Black Hawks, Iran blown up already? Hangars full of, the C-130s or whatever? C-17s getting blown up. I'm talking about millions, if not billions of dollars worth of planes. So they only talk that when they say, we've only spent this amount of billions on the war, that's how many missiles they've wasted. They're not talking about the damage, the billions of dollars in damage.
The different costs of sending shit over there.
Yeah, that shit ain't free. Well, the C-17s, they're refuelers. Because to do them airstrikes they got to get refueled in the midair.
Fuel, food for the soldiers.
That's why Iran invasion was going to be a nightmare. They ain't got no logistics out there. What the hell? What you going to do? Let's say they get on there. What you going to do by the 3rd day? No food or water.
Right.
No protection.
Suicide.
Yeah, that's suicide. But hey, that'd be, a good excuse. Get the Americans rallied up. 3,000 dead in one day. They do a little breaking news. Every channel changes into that. And they come out with the trumpet. Or a aircraft carrier gets blown up.
Yeah.
All them niggas go drowning.
And all you got to look forward to is Donald Trump waiting to see your body coming off the plane.
Yeah.
That's the last hurrah for you. Donald Trump waiting for you outside at the airport when they deliver.
It's an empty coffin anyway.
Right.
And them bodies, they're going to be part of the soil over there. Or in the bottom of the sea.
Yeah. You got blown up by a bomb.
Yeah, they ain't nothing.
They can't put it together.
They gonna have 13 motherfuckers in one casket. Ashes.
Did he have a gold tooth?
They gonna pocket that shit. That's like gold too. Go ahead, though.
People believe there's a body in there.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, man, the 3 soldiers they had. What the hell did they bring back? Empty ass caskets, man. Ain't even fucking find nobody.
Yeah.
Private Gonzalez. Yeah, basically was charred to death. Because those are ballistic missiles.
Yeah, crispy bitch, burnt,
Right.
black, stuck like this.
Yeah,
In the casket. Ain't nobody want to see that shit.
That shit evaporates them.
Yeah.
You know, shit ain't it's a ballistic missile. Shit that killed them. Yeah, it's
Try to move her.
All that part and stuff.
Yeah, look like what's that movie?
Thanos victims. Just turn the
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
falling apart.
Well, that's coming to America. That's gonna be the Americans' judgment. Melted into thin air. Shit. The very elements. The air in your lungs gonna burn.
Yep.
Then you gonna be melted.
Yes.
Yeah, more than that. Okay, beat that real quick.
On that,
Yes, sir.
This is 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 33. It says, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husband.
Yeah, like this little two chicks that were over here earlier. They were looking for help. Psychotic Bob on the bicycle chasing them around. So these women got no help.
Bro, they had to be like 15 or 14 or something.
Yeah.
Ass cheeks all out.
Yeah.
Print.
Yeah.
And then running from a bum that's following them on a bicycle. Come over here.
Come over here. Hey, but that's how women are gonna be in that day. You're trying to cleave onto us, you know? Because what? Everybody else gonna be freaking out. No stability. But how are we gonna get to that point where there's masses of men gone? Well, right here. You know,
Says, their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine.
go, man. So in the wars, these men are gonna be destroyed. And if they somehow don't get drafted, they're gonna be starving out here, man. We're going through it because there's gonna be civil war here. You know, civil unrest. People gonna start dying out here. And then meanwhile, we still going to war. And that ain't gonna stop the political turmoil. Ain't gonna stop the war. It's already too late. We passed that point of no return. That's why he's stuck. Trump's stuck. He can't pull out because he already lost. But if he leaves, then what? So they got to continue to escalate. And now we see that the Ukraine and Russia war has entered into the picture. So all these nations are going to continue to get more and more involved. And they've already admitted it on national television. We need a draft.
Right.
But people just going about their business, going to Comic-Con, whatever the hell they got going on. I was like, when I went last week, we went to New Orleans. We went to downtown to teach. Brothers used to teach. We went out there. Bro, these people just walking around, having a good old time. And we in the middle of a war. Oil shocks coming. Prices are about to skyrocket for everything. And people just walking around like everything is nice and dandy. Meanwhile, the scriptures say that in the wars, these men are going to die. That's why there ain't going to be no more Captain Save-A-Hoes, no more simps. The things are about to get nasty out here. People are going to start killing each other for food. See, what you see on television in these third world countries, that's coming to America. Complete chaos. Thus saith the Lord. You got something?
It's the book of Isaiah 19 and verse 2.
Okay. Yeah, well, get that first then. Yeah. Because you guys at 19, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, get that first.
This is Matthew 24 and verse 37. It says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Yeah, what were they doing? They didn't believe the prophet one, just like they don't believe him now. They don't believe us. They just got to see it to believe it. Well, now you ain't got the answers, and we ain't going to be here much longer. But again, even in the midst of complete chaos in America, people are still going to be in safe zones. There's going to be safe cities, where you're going to have to be chipped up. They'll have the IDF protecting the city. And then everything else is going to be a no man's land, as they say. People killing each other because they can't go to Walmart. Trying to eat each other. But what, no cities? Because what, people up to the day of the Lord, people are going to be buying and selling.
Yep.
Using their digital money.
Not a whole lot of people, but
Not a whole lot, but there's going to be people buying and selling.
Yep. Living in 15-minute city.
Yep.
Are you taping right now?
Yep.
No, you're good. It's facing good.
guys are.
Oh, okay. We're the Israelites. We're the Lord's chosen people.
What's it called?
We're the Israelites, the Lord's chosen people, biblically. And we are the prophets of the Lord.
But how do I look you up?
Just type in GMS, Great Millstone, Prophets of the Lord.
GMS, Prophets of the Lord Tampa?
Yep. Or GMSTampa.
GMSTampa.
We're out here to warn the people of what's coming. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, "For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage."
Yeah, just like right now. People just going about their business, eating, getting pissy drunk, spending money they ain't got.
Right.
You know, buy now, pay later, groceries. It's just going about business. They hurting. Everybody's trying to put on a facade, though.
Right.
They trying to act like they ain't broke. Knowing damn well you ain't got no money in the bank.
Oh, yeah, bro.
You 3 months late on rent. Evictions are going through the roof. But people just out here like nothing's happening.
Right, niggas just getting by because they just haven't got to them in the
Yeah,
big
exactly.
side.
Well, one day you're gonna come home, all your shit gonna be outside. You might as well just set it, just sleep right there on the couch.
Right.
And what else? People are living in cars. You know, it's getting bad. But again, it just like in the days of Noah. Here it is, we're building the ark, and people, yeah, whatever, being savages. You know, but hey, reality's about to hit you in the face. Go ahead.
Right. You talk to these people out here, mostly like the women, right? You talk to them, they don't got nothing going for themselves.
Nothing.
Their dog not paying shit, right? They just going through it and they still trying to celebrate their birthday.
Right.
Go out downtown, drink.
Shake ass.
You know?
Like me and my young one to grab some food yesterday. Here's a little 19-year-old Ling. I was out there. So she's
She was
out here.
She was Northern Kingdom.
Northern Kingdom? Oh, okay. But she looks like a Ling. But nonetheless,
She was Zebulon.
19, out here partying and shit. I'm like, these people, what is there to party about?
Right.
There's nothing to party about. And like, for men, you going out to the club, you're an idiot.
Yeah, bro.
You broke. Well, at least women get in for free so they can continue to party till the goddamn missiles drop.
Mm-hmm.
But that ain't gonna be. So life as you know is about to change. Just like when it started raining, people was like, oh shit. Noah was right. Well, that's when you gonna realize, oh damn, I know they be out there on the element. Every Saturday they out there. Hopefully they're there. Bunch of people standing around waiting on us. Then IDF soldiers come and grab y'all up.
Yeah.
Because you didn't take heed. You didn't seek the Lord while he could be found. And just like in the days of Noah, they was frolicking. But when that rain started pouring and the gushing out of the earth, it was too late then. And that's where we're at. We're at here it is, the clouds are all gloomy and shit, and they still partying. The Lord about to open up the windows, and the people are just ignoring it. Because what? Ignorance is bliss. But very soon you're not gonna be able to ignore reality. Because now you can with social media or the bread and circus, you can kind of get your mind off of how bad things are. But again, people ain't really paying attention to what's going on in the Middle East. They just hear it here and there. They might click on the news channel and then flip to the next channel because they don't want to hear about it. But very soon you're gonna feel the impacts. You already are with the prices going up, but very soon you're gonna really feel it.
Yep, and the door's been open for Russia to join in on the Iran thing with Ukraine hitting that Iranian boat.
Yep. Which Iran said it was a commercial vessel.
Right.
Ukraine said they was sending drones to Russia.
Right.
Which they've been doing that.
Right.
But now all of a sudden they want to strike. Which, hey, good, keep it going because this is just the Joel chapter 3 playing out.
Yep.
Finish that off. Then we'll get that.
It says, until the day that Noah entered into the ark and knew not until the flood came and took them all away.
Yeah, they didn't know it until it was too late. When that flood came and swept their ass away. And that's what's about to happen here. I'll tell you what. A flood is coming. What to say, that he shall come in like a flood. He's about to come in swinging the sword. Taking everybody like a madman, sparing none. You don't give a damn if you voted for him. If you didn't vote, look at that. Yeah.
Don't run from the Lord.
That's gonna be average person very soon. Running out and screaming.
Butt ass naked.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, strip.
At least she's already ready for what's coming.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an average chick out here screaming. Niggas should just rip their shirt off.
Right.
She out there running with her tits swinging and shit.
Being great.
And you know, women can't outrun a man unless you on the fucking Olympic team. You ain't outrunning a man, shit. A gang of them. That's again, things about it get bad. Again, if you ready to take F-16, ain't gonna be no helpers. Yeah, no 911 to come save you.
Don't ask me for help.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't ask me for shit. And that's what we're gonna be telling. Call me, don't text me, don't send a letter, motherfucker. You had plenty of chances to take heed.
Yep. But like again, just like in the days of Noah. So that flood come, people ain't gonna really understand what we telling them, unless they, they're part of the elect.
That's when reality catches up.
Yep.
For them.
Drop kicks you in the chest.
Yep. And it's that oh shit moment.
Yeah, exactly. At that moment,
Yep.
they knew they fucked up. Well, everybody's about to have that moment, cause we're bracing for it. If you brace for the impact, it ain't as bad. These people are just about to get sideswiped, and it just be taken out. Sufferings, man.
And we carry ourselves in a manner of, with confidence that we're not going to be touched, because that's what the Lord promised us. Now, nothing's promised to us, because at the end of the day, the servant's not greater than his master. If Yahushua suffer, we're going to suffer too, but
believe what the scriptures say.
Not like these people going to be suffering.
Yeah, because the things that come in is for the wicked.
And we suffer.
In fact, that Sirach 40, because we just read about the flood. Well, these things were created for the wicked. All these savages are going to be out here like baboons.
That's we're suffering now.
Exactly. Yeah. We suffer with the Lord so that we don't have to suffer, ultimately the thermonuclear destruction, but the perils that are coming upon this place. The plagues that the Lord is sending to America. Say the best show for last.
So this is the book of Sirach, chapter 40, verse 8, verse 9. It says, death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood.
There you go, man. So all these things, the judgments of the Lord that are coming and that are here already, because we read in 2 Ezra 9 that the Lord has already begun to visit the earth, which he has made. These things are created for the wicked. That's why we don't fear these things to come, because we know it's all in the hands of the Lord. We don't fear none of this out here, because we know these things must come to pass. For through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom. We already made peace with that. We already made peace that if we gotta die, we gotta die for the Lord. But we know we're gonna be the first risen if we do die.
Gotta lose it all. We gotta lose it all.
Oh well,
He that shall lose
everything.
Yahushua said, "He that shall lose his life for my name's sake."
Yes.
Yeah.
These people are trying to say they like their bullshit lives. And here the ship is sinking, and they still trying to keep their BS going. Like in the Titanic. Yeah. This is a sinking ship. America's circling the drain. They're losing economically. They're losing in the war. The morale of these Americans are through. There's no patriotism. There's no community. America's just a shithole, man. Why don't you leave America? We ain't going nowhere. The Lord gonna take us out of here. Why would we leave our front row seats instead of the best show ever? You should leave America if you knew what was coming. But guess what? You can't run from the Lord anyway. So if you're going for them, they go to the sword for the sword, famine to the famine. The Lord got your number. He already your death has already been selected for you. And again, that thermonuclear missile, you Americans, all of you gonna taste of it if you're not part of the elect.
But yeah, that's it on it.
Yeah.
Come. This is Psalms 91 and verse 7. It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side.
I'll read up a little bit.
Come.
Come. Yeah. Start at the time, might as well.
That's up there. Come. This is Psalms 91 and verse 1. It says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Yeah, that secret place is His truth. The names of the Lord, the strong tower. Right? Because again, the elect's gonna be hid from all these things coming. Of course, there will be some beheaded for not taking the mark. All right, but the Lord's about to show out who He gonna deliver if all His believers die. The Lord's about to lift up a standard, and we're gonna be protected under the shadow of the Almighty. And the Lord's about to part of lifting the standards, spiritual powers. We're gonna be unstoppable machines out here, man. Breaking people like a twig. Go ahead.
Says, I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress.
Yeah, He's our safe place, man. Our refuge is a place of safety. And well, again, the name. If you don't know the name of the Lord, you definitely ain't in the refuge. You don't even know who's gonna protect you. Go ahead.
Says, my power, in Him will I trust.
That's all we trusting in. We're not trusting in ourselves. Not trusting in another man. Not trusting in nothing carnal. We're trusting in Yahweh Bashim outside. That's all we got. That's all the Lord's requiring, man. Just trust in me, keep the faith, and then you're gonna see that I'm gonna come through when in that time of need. We've already seen the Lord's already shown us throughout our lives how He come through. And in these last days, it's escalating more and more, becoming evident if you're watching things with a spiritual eye. I just I'm Israel. Nah, man, you gotta examine what the Lord be doing, so you can learn from it and then grow in the faith and grow in the trust of Yahweh Bashim outside. There's a scripture. This is in Proverbs. Say, trust the Lord with all thine heart. All right, that's all we trust in, man. There ain't nothing else you gotta trust in. Trust in the words of the Lord. He said it, so He's gonna do it.
It says, surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
Yeah, the Lord's gonna deliver His elect, those that forsook this world, from nuclear destruction. Then you already see World War has begun. The end of World War is going to be on the day of the Lord, and America's going to be destroyed via thermonuclear missiles. But what? The elect will be delivered from that pestilence.
Kept from the said evil.
And be changed in the twinkling of an eye on the way out. Go ahead.
As a last in your face.
Yep. It says that and their enemies beheld them. So people are going to see us get delivered and changed, and then a missile, a hot fire, a wall of fire is going to come. The abysm of destruction.
Add to the shame.
Yep. It's like that. Wisdom of Solomon 5. Yeah. Is this He who we had in the origin? Right. Yeah, you think we're crazy guys? We just come out here to waste our time? Nah, man, we're doing the most valuable thing you can do on this planet. Serve the Lord and fear Him. Trust in Him. And people don't understand that because it ain't for them. You can't blame them. It ain't for them. Go ahead.
And we Lord's will, we were part of that number. We were those men that believed in Yahushua when He came on the scene. So we seen what happened to Him and how people was toward Yahushua. So through the Spirit, that's why we're so hard on these people. Because look, we were those men back then that
we need the Yahushua, Lord.
So now that we have a portion of His Spirit and we're telling you the same message, we already know what type of spirit you're gonna be coming with. But we're gonna make your head hard against their forehead, yo.
And you don't know that our heads are 10 times harder than yours.
This is the
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Peter. And then that's why we're not gonna pack up and leave. Like you trying to debate us. No, you gonna end up leaving because you trying to fight. Against, it's like taking iron and bashing gold with it. The gold is not as, dense and strong as gold. That iron will break into pieces. And that's what the Lord's making us into, threshing instruments. We did it with the word, and now we're going to do it, with these hands. The Lord, King David said, the Lord teaches my hands to war. The Lord's about to turn us into hunters. Go ahead, Doug.
Says, He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust.
Yeah. So it's like a mama bird protects us, the offspring. That's how the Lord's going to protect us, man. Have a hedge of protection around us.
Says, His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Yeah, the truth is our shield. So, hey, and that's why nothing can get through. Because it's the truth. You know, you can't, what can you do against the truth? Right? It's just mad. It's mad. I'm off. Right? 1 + 1 is always going to be 2 no matter what you say, you know, or what you think. It's still the truth. And we got the truth. The Lord has revealed it, like we read earlier, Amos 3. Before the Lord brought these judgments, he had his men come out here and proclaim the truth.
Right. That's why the scripture says, don't worry about what their credulity or their imagination can think against thee. Because it's going to come to pass either way.
They're going to die in their incredulity.
Right.
Don't matter. We don't give a damn what you people think. Like, oh, well, shit, I'm going to sleep tonight because that such and such didn't want to get it. Oh, well, it ain't for you. So what if some did not believe? You'll know through death by pain. You got the blood off our hands.
Says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that fleeth by day.
Yeah. Again, ICBM. They ain't used those yet. Right now, you're seeing ballistic missiles, some hypersonic missiles, but these missiles are being preserved for the day of the Lord, chiefly for America. Talk about a missile the size of this damn building, damn near. It's tall, you know. The missiles are huge. Intercontinental ballistic missiles. Right now, they're just using short range and medium range hypersonic missiles here and there, because those are, you know, they don't want to blow them all, but they got plenty of them. And Russia, you know, you know what Russia been doing behind the scenes? Stop, and they're not gonna come out and say, "Hey, we made 5,000 more," you know, Satan twos. No, they just doing it. Same thing with China, India. All these nations are ramping up their missile production, and America's the only one stuck in the past and talking about we only make 60 a year. So good luck then. And that's for the defense systems. Wasting hella cruise missiles, wasting all kind of things out there, and you got them nowhere.
Hey,
We still in the same spot from day one of the war.
they just hitting rocks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Granted. And we blew them up, and then the bulldozers come out and just blew the goddamn rock that she blew up. Just like, last year, the 12-day war. Oh yeah, the nuclear facility blew it up, and then it took like 3 days for them to open it back up. And you don't know where all the tunnels, you know, come out from. They could just, and they got them that they could close and shit. Damn rocket launchers come out of the ground and then shoots the missile and it goes back underground. You know, they're shooting rocks. We've decimated them. And then you got, because you know they got the satellite footages, they can see the damn bulldozers. And now Iran's getting live, you know, satellite from Russia, China. That's why they've blowing the shit out of them bases, because they can see it in real time now. And they're not blurry images, you know. Go ahead,
Says, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Yeah, that's again. That's the ultimate. What you're gonna need ultimately to be delivered from, because there ain't nothing on this earth gonna be. You can stop a nuclear missile. The true weapons of mass destruction. And scriptures say, 2 Peter chapter 3, you're gonna melt with fervent heat. Nothing, and anything that's carnal is gonna be melted. You know, anything that's physical is gonna be melted. So you need something that's outside of the carnal, the physical. You need heavenly intervention to be delivered from a nuclear destruction. And America is gonna be the face of that, the lake of fire. It ain't looking good for the good old USA. Go ahead.
Says 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand.
And even before the missiles, man, people are gonna be dying left and right, just getting obliterated, starving to death, invading one another with great tribulation and the lack of bread. This place is about to turn into a complete war zone out here. America is gonna be a third world country very soon. Rationing, they're gonna start rationing your fuel, your food. That's what's coming to America. Judgment of the Lord for all the iniquity and all the the bomb dropping America has done. Guess what? Now bombs are coming back to the U.S. of A. The number one country that's dropped the most bombs on the planet, including atomic bombs. You're walking on it. So guess what? The Lord is bringing it right back on you. But it's gonna be, it ain't gonna be no, no cruise missiles. It's gonna be the
Hypersonic.
warheads, yeah. Super hyper.
20,000 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Fast.
Mach 12.
Or
Mach 10.
I think China got the fastest one.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Like 28 or some thousand miles per hour. You ain't even seen that thing go by.
You're not gonna hear it. Suppose you're gonna come before you hear the goddamn missile flying shit.
It's gonna sound like thunder.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear the rumbling. And quickly go right by you.
And then a lot of you people are gonna see the explosion and you're gonna get to experience the mushroom cloud.
You're gonna get
And
the
then
flash.
that wind's gonna come and sweep your ass.
You're gonna get that flash.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna turn white. That's that nanosecond of 6 times the power of the sun movement.
Yeah, and the Lord gonna slow time down for you.
Yeah.
Let you bathe in that.
Yeah.
As you wait for that wind, that's destroying wind to come.
Literally the lake of fire. Everything's gonna be turned molten.
Instantly. Because they got the breakdowns on it in the animations, but the Lord gonna make you feel that shit. Because in reality, that shit happens so fast that you be like, oh well, you won't even feel it. No, you gonna feel it.
Yeah.
The Lord gonna put that shit in slow motion for your ass. And then your flesh starts boiling, your eyes start boiling, your tongue, as you're screaming like Sarah Connor. And they do hurt.
The movie from Indiana Jones, Raiders Ark,
The
where that dude opened up the
Ark of the Covenant.
Ark of the Covenant. He wasn't supposed to, and he opened it up, and he wasn't worthy of it. And the spirit came out, which Yahushua, and his eyes started melting. For bros that ain't seen it, he started screaming.
Like a king.
His eyes start melting, then his tongue you see melts, and then his skin starts melting off of him. He's a consuming fire.
That's the judgment
I think
of Americans.
Yeah.
I think that was a scripture they read that he was a consuming fire in the movie.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. And the Lord gonna put His spirit on the missiles.
Yeah.
And he gonna take, Esau's theoretical numbers is gonna burn this high, and the megatons TNT. Nah, man, the Lord gonna amplify that. It's gonna be a time like no other. Go ahead, finish that in there. You got it.
It says, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
Yeah, we're gonna watch you people burn.
Yep.
All right. But we're gonna be in the chariots watching this place, and we're gonna come up out of the fire like the 3 holy children, not smelling like no smoke, being untouched. And then when we get to the chariots and be with the Lord, we're gonna watch Babylon the Great burn, and it's gonna burn for a long time. And I pray that the Lord just keeps these people in the fire. Somehow the molecules didn't melt. They just in that bitch suffering.
Niggas' eyeballs the only thing still floating on top of the fire, just still watching everything, feeling it all.
And the Lord, He can do whatever He wants. He keep that soul in that body. Everything around you has melted. You're engulfed in flames, and you still alive.
Damn.
The Lord's the terror, the King of terrors.
Yep.
And you're gonna find that out. These people gonna find that out the hard way. Talking about Jesus loves everyone. What you ain't read about the Lord coming, the slain of the Lord shall be many? Go ahead, Doug.
Yes, the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 22. The point is at 23. It says, for I will rise up against him, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant, and the son and the nephew, saith the Lord. I will also make a possession for bitter and pools of water, and I will sweep it.
And that's what America's is bitter. And there's gonna be a bitter ending to it. Sweet, 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 sweet. The Lord's about to sweep this place up. In such a beautiful land. Or was anyway. The Lord don't care, man.
Desolate wilderness behind them.
Read that again, boy.
It says, I will also, Isaiah 14:23, I will also make it a possession for the bitter and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith the Lord of hosts.
Of them destroying winds. And it ain't gonna be like Hiroshima and Nagasaki where the building's still gonna be standing, all the windows blown out, and one wall standing over here. Nah, man, it's gonna be everything gonna be eradicated. The sidewalks, the roaches, the ants, everything is in America is gonna be destroyed except for the elect. That's the only thing leaving America. Is the elect, and they leaving in new bodies. You know, everything else is gonna be everything, literally.
Getting rid of the corruptible. Yep.
The cesspool of wickedness, and neither root nor branch. And Malachi 4, there ain't gonna be nothing left. And guess what? The ways of America are gonna be burned up too. All the philosophies, all this BS is gonna be burnt with America. Nigga music, that's gonna be burned with America. Goddamn smoke, pride, all that is gonna be done away with. Ain't nobody, because what? People gonna see, oh, that's the judgment that the Lord brings if you live like the ways the Americans did. They gonna put them shits down immediately. Yeah. That was it?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34. I'll start at the top. It says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all the things that come forth of it."
Yeah, and that's why the Lord spread us around all the nations and had the internet created so that we can tell all the nations. Because the warning has gone out. All the nations have heard about World War III, all right, before it happened. At the mouth of the prophets. Yeah, because, well, any other people have talked about World War III before, but they don't link it to the scriptures. They couldn't point it out in the Bible. So now the Lord's gathering these nations up. Because what? The nations have everybody been told already. So now it's time to move on the prophecies. That's why they're speaking. Right?
It reads on, it says, "For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is upon all nations, and his fury upon their armies."
There you go. So the Lord's bringing his indignation on all the armies, all the nations. That's why everybody's suffering right now on the planet. All right? Because of this war, people in South Asia that had nothing to do with it, they're through. Japan, 95% of their oil comes from the Middle East. So keep an eye. We've been saying keep an eye on Japan. It's already happening. If you know what to look for, it's already happening. De-dollarization is happening. They're dumping U.S. Treasury bonds because they don't want to. Because it's the same shit. If they're dumping the U.S. Treasury bonds, right? It's the same thing as if America would just print more money.
Exactly.
And America is dumping euros right now too, because they don't want. Because they print money, what's going to happen? Inflation is going to go through the roof, which they have no choice at this point. So the Lord's bringing judgment to all these nations. Because what? All these nations have had a hand, one way, shape, or form, to enslaving the Israelites. So now it's time to pay up. That's why the Lord gathering them up for the final showdown in the Middle East.
It reads on, it says, "He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter.
Yep.
Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood."
Yep. That's going to happen here in America. That's going to happen in the Middle East too. With these soldiers out there, it's going to be stink.
Yep.
Right? Because they ain't sending no bodies back in the plane, in the casket with the little folded flag and shit. Nah, man, this is going to be bodies on top of bodies. Just to be one with the earth.
And Israel, the land of Israel, is the only other spot that's going to be just like America.
And that's easy, because the state of Israel ain't big. That one or two missiles would take that out.
It'd be a waste of fuel to send jet fuel to send them bodies back over here.
Yeah. Send his mom a letter.
AI generated letter.
Yeah, exactly. An email.
Damn.
That you can only read if you got a chip. And this place is right for the taking. And people, again, they're just walking by, have no clue that life as they know is about to change any day now. The whole economy is about to change globally. All right? Just like in 9/11. Security is about to increase. You know, but they're gonna use these black swan events to get things, you know, to catalyze their new world order agenda, their enterprise. And guess what? All the shit that's going on in the Middle East is all part of the plan.
And over there in Europe, there's countries that are passing laws to make it illegal to be on the internet without a digital ID.
So, yeah.
So they
So that's gonna be your sign-in, you know, your biometric authentication, you know, and there ain't gonna be no thumbprint no more. But somebody could get it off your wine glass, put a piece of tape.
said
Like
it's
it's,
gonna be, he said it's going to be a crime to use the internet without a digital ID. And then they showed the chart. It was at the World Economic Forum that she was doing a presentation. And so she shows you the charts of what the digital identity is going to be tied to.
ultimately, that's the ultimate biometrics, the chip.
Yep.
Man, it was subdermal. Like, and again, what was that? The National Institute of Health. We brought it out in the last Mark of the Beast episode. It's right on their website. They telling you, yeah, yo, this chip's gonna be used to buy and sell things right on the .gov website. Well, I think it was from 2024 or 2022, one of those.
Yeah, I think it's 2020.
So they on their NIH.gov website tells you what the mark of the beast is. Obviously, it don't say this is the mark of the beast, but if you read through it, it literally is explaining to you what Revelation 13 says.
Exactly.
And then it even goes in and telling you about the grievous sword. That was going to cause, it was going to cause shit, man.
Yeah.
Right on their .gov website. And nobody reading that shit. Niggas don't. The most people read nowadays is a paragraph, if that, a tweet. And people ain't reading. The Lord said, "Blessed is he that readeth." Yeah, reading actually, that's how you learn. When you read something. And you watching a tutorial, what do you call it? A tutorial. That's all fine and dandy, but if you read it yourself, you know, you get you obtain it better, yeah. These people ain't reading shit. They're watching TikToks and shit like that.
That's the only thing they teach you in school.
Go ahead.
It's how to retain information.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not critical thinking.
Yeah.
You know, sit down, read that, and think about what you just read. No, just what's the answer to A? You know, well, number one is A. Number two, B.
No more problem solving.
That's it. Just regurgitate.
Just, which one of these do you remember? Now they give you the words instead. Before it was just a blank spot.
Oh, yeah.
And for you to figure things out. But now it's multiple choice. So you got the options. So it's only, you got a 1 in 4
25% chance.
Right.
And four answers.
That's why some people just
Yes.
they just circle.
I used to do that all the time in school. Shit. And they still, no child left behind. This nigga should not be in the 8th grade.
Yeah.
The 3rd grade reading level, the 8th grade. He should be on the short bus. Well, shit, that's most people though. They don't. I forgot what it was. I think it's like the 5th grade. Most people don't pass a 5th grade reading level in America.
Oh, yeah.
No reading comprehension whatsoever.
Yeah, that's why a lot of them, they can't pass that FCAT.
Yeah,
They can't
nice
graduate.
test.
Yeah.
These little motherfuckers be figuring out ways to cheat though.
Yeah. Well, and that's the shit. You got this motherfucker went to school 4 years after, you know, in college, got a degree and just dumb as a bag of rocks with a piece of paper that say, congratulations.
And that nigga vote.
Here, well, send him to the front lines then, shit.
That nigga votes.
You have more on that?
Yes, a little bit. Get to the point. Isaiah 34:4. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
That's the mushroom cloud. Isaiah's explaining it best he could. There was no nuclear weapons back then. There was no bombs, period.
It reads on, it says, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree.
That's that heartbeat. How they fly, those missiles fly. Go up into the atmosphere, come back down, detach, warheads detach from the ocean system. They start spinning their way to their location, or to the target. And those are hypersonic too.
Verse 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judge.
So it's talking about America. America's chief. You know, look what we built. And look at it. Look at it. The worst people. Oh, you're lucky to be in America. Word. Well, it's gonna be the worst place to be in these last days. Ultimately, when the missiles start flying, you're gonna wish you was in Zimbabwe. Oh, right, so weak.
Reads on verse 6. The last one. It says, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made with fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats and with the fat of the kidneys of the rams.
Yeah, that's that the sacrifice. The altar. America's a big altar to make a big sacrifice. And everything's gonna be burned up in this sacrifice.
And it reads on, for the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Yeah, great slaughter. Again. Yeah. But 99% of people here are gonna die. You know? But you got the great multitude. But that's a small number compared, like a wave compared to a drop of water. It's a small number compared to all the people that are gonna die. And that's after people, millions and millions, if not billions of people have already died around the earth. Look what happened in World War I, World War II. There was hundreds of millions of motherfuckers that died. Most of them were civilians. That's gonna happen again. It's already happening. And again, when this world economy tanks, people are gonna starve to death. You know, things are gonna get bad everywhere, but here in America, it's gonna be the worst. Why? Because everybody here knows nothing but comfort and pleasures. So when that all is taken from them, they're gonna be out here like zoo animals. The Jumanji movie. And that's what we can't wait for. Because what we're gonna get to watch it happen. As people are starving to death, we're gonna be eating. We're gonna have abundance. And nobody gonna be able to do nothing about it. That's as the scriptures say. The he that shall envy thee, not be able to do nothing. Yeah,
This is Sirach 25, verse 7. Says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies.
Hey, man. Man to see the fall of his enemy. Okay? Hopefully what we're focusing on, because you can't have joy of your children in this society, man. Because they don't belong to you. You know, they belong to Esau, Edom, so-called white men, you know, under these contracts, man. Starting your birth certificate, your social security number. Get that home. All right. But hey, at least we're living to see the fall of the enemy, man. Okay, that's why we look. The scriptures speak about, you know, we look for a kingdom to come. All right, where in the well of righteousness, where, you know, we can dwell safely, but we can actually live at peace. Okay, but seeing the fall of you devils, man, you so-called white people, all right, Esau, Edom, starting with you and all you other nations, because all of you basically came up against us, the real Israelites. All right, the Hebrews, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, biblically. Because BB now he's talking about we are the original Hebrews. I saw that on Elias Wamba video.
Yeah.
We are the original Hebrews. Why he started coming out saying that now?
That was it.
Because why?
Benjamin
Netanyahu.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, really, they really would say, oh, Israelis. They will, but now he's talking we are the original Hebrews. Why he saying that now? Because the word is out.
That's correct.
Right? You know that it's getting out, man. It just hasn't reached mainstream media. Because why? Him and his people control mainstream media.
Right.
all right.
All right. So the truth, who the real Israelites are, all right, it can't be so-called aired on mainstream because the people who claiming to be those people control it and own it.
Right.
That's the only reason why the truth hasn't surfaced yet. Mainstream, I should say.
They're trying to get ahead of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, if I could add too, that's why they sending the IDF here to come up against the Israelites. They know that's the biggest threat to Israel. And
Hey, real quick, it was something that I was watching one of the tape videos that he recently did, and he said that the purpose of the media is to prepare the people for what's about to come.
Yeah.
So very soon we're gonna start being on the news because here it is. They're coming out. They're coming out now and saying we're the original Hebrews. So when they put us up on the screen, people gonna be like, "Oh, they're not the real Hebrews. What they talking about? These are some crazy dudes." Paint us as terrorists, and then have shit happen, start blaming us. You know,
That's gonna bring in more anti-Semitism, and also too.
that's where the family of the word coming too.
Yeah, and it's in that too, so they can justify sending American troops to go die for Israel.
Right.
Because if you those people, then it's justified. You got to go fight for those people.
Right.
You got to serve those people.
God's people.
Yeah, that's gonna be they talking.
You got Edomites that still believe that.
Yeah.
Those are God's chosen people. All right, well, cool.
And crazy booked out.
Right.
How?
Boy, according to your Bible, right? You supposed to know they over you.
Right.
God and die for them.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it just ain't making sense, man. You know, you talking about the most violent people on the planet Earth. All right? The most vilest people on the planet Earth. Okay? Them the people are the most high, most wicked people. And they supposed to be in that kingdom right now.
Mm-hmm.
According to y'all, that was the fulfillment of prophecy.
Yeah, they still over here trying to fight people off and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to the unanimous decision?
Exactly.
Right.
The people are the most high, but hey, it's time for your fall, man. All right, and that's what we witnessing. So yeah, we see how Donald Trump got himself caught up in that war, and it's no way of getting out of it. You know, it's no way of getting out of it. If you understand the logistics of it, there's no way of getting out of it. All right, it's only downhill from there. You got a precept, Bubba Shah? That's on that, right?
God knows.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
Yeah, so this is Baruch speaking. All right, and you know, because he said we are yet this day in our captivity. So what? The Most High say, brought the judgment on them, and he like, we still here. We are yet this day. So that means the Lord ain't come back, because according to all the prophecies that he was gonna bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, which we in that time now. What is that? It's in Joel. On to the wars. I think it's the 3rd chapter, if I'm not mistaken. If you can get that. So here's the Baruch speaking about we are yet this day in our captivity. Okay? You got it?
I think you're talking about at the top, verse 3.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yep.
This is
Yep, that's it. Yep.
This is Joel 3 and verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
All right, so if they was placed in that land in 1948, that means that's supposed to already happen. That hadn't happened yet, man. All right, because Baruch saying we are yet this day in our captivity. Okay, so when Yahushua came on the scene, all right. Matter of fact, real quick here, Luke 4:17, where he was quoting the prophet Isaiah. Okay, to deliver the captives, man. Well, we in captivity, and you able to see it more and more as you know, the economy worsens. All right, as it gets worse, you able to see more and more that you have less funds to do the shit outside of necessities. You feel what I'm saying? You still trying to have fun, and I'm still trying to look, but you seeing that gap for you to have fun, and you can't, because it got to go to all the things you owe. Going to show you don't own nothing. And as we always going to, even if you own a house, so-called, you still got to pay taxes on it. So you literally, that's why you really can't own nothing.
Right.
Because you're a slave. That's why you always got to pay taxes. You don't own nothing. So you still have to pay the owner of those things.
Yeah.
You know, interest, so to say. And who's the owner? Esau, you know, so-called. You always gonna have to pay him something, man.
Yeah, because they control the mines. They own the mines.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, they call it mineral rights. Oh, well, this is government property.
Exactly.
What? Or not? The government come and give these niggas, you know, I can't turn this deal down type of shit. You know, it's too good to be true money. just to sell the land so then they can take, you know, take the mineral rights. That's how a lot of these uh lower level rich Edomites out here in America. Some of them now they live in Montana, fucking houses in the mountains and shit, because they sold their oil that they had in their fields to the government for millions and millions of dollars. You know?
Yep.
This is Luke 4 and verse 17. It says, and there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah. And where he had opened the book, he found the place where it is written,
So he found the prophecy that Isaiah wrote when they delivered him the book. Go ahead.
the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he have anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor.
Yep, and that's us, the poor, right? Definitely in this Western Hemisphere, the poor. You don't, again, going back to you don't own nothing. So you got to be poor. If you don't own nothing, you're poor. You know, you don't own shit.
You're a beggar, essentially.
Yep. You don't own yourself.
Yeah.
All right, in this kingdom. Esau, Edom owns your flesh, which is why he's going to be obligated in drafting you, man.
Name and its image.
Yep.
That's what your parents sign off on when you're born.
Identity. Yep. Your identity was given over. That's why they trying to switch it over to digital identity. Because your identity, you don't own it.
Well, shit, now they don't even, when your kid's born, now they don't even give you the birth certificate. That shit's digital online. If you want it, you have to order a digital or physical copy, but it's on the line. Same thing with the car titles. You know, you don't get it printed out. What's going on, man?
What's up with Regis, man?
Yeah, man, you know as much as we do.
Okay.
Says, he have sent me to heal the brokenhearted.
Yep. Wait, read that again, both up at the top.
Come. Bringing it back, it says, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he have anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He have sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives.
So this is who we talking about. The Lord's only coming for the captives, the slaves. All right? Why? Because going back to what? We read it all connect. Hey, that's the Spirit. Go ahead.
Baruch 3 verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
So that's who the Lord is coming back. And what Baruch was Israelite. All right? A scribe of Jeremiah. Jeremiah was a prophet, an Israelite. Okay? So that's who Yahushua came to. So that's why Baruch is speaking on behalf of, captivity. We go into the prophecy, Joel, he's speaking upon behalf of captivity. So who is in captivity? That's who Yahushua has come for.
That's right.
All right? And it is a fact by law. Going to back, that's why Esau owns your identity. Your slave, he owns that. Because we went from being privately owned to corporately owned. So when you was on Esau's field, you was that nigga Platt, man.
Yeah.
That nigga, my nigga Platt.
Either
Nigga, they
Platt or
change your
Jackson.
names.
Damn.
No, your name ain't that. This is what I tell you your name is. You know what I'm saying? So your identity. So you see why identity is so heavy. That's why the Lord, Jeremiah 17:4, real fast, Bible show.
Yeah, because his real name was Solomon.
Solomon North. Yep. Got
Platt.
Yeah, real quick.
This is Jeremiah 17 and verse 4.
Oh, in Psalms 83.
Oh, yeah.
So we going to enemies in captivity.
Oh, yeah.
Going to show you identity. That's why you are the name of a color. You know, Elder Malcolm always going to it. Black being a social construct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being called black. What the fuck
Color,
is
yeah.
black? A color. That's not a nationality. Yeah, and we not black.
Maybe one group of people on the earth that look as close to that. The Egyptians.
Oh, yeah.
Sudanese, yeah.
And they ain't even black. They just fucking dark
Dark brown.
It's just a real the darkest brown complexion. Get it? All right. But again, the captives, they don't have a name. So by default, if you are a man of understanding, you would consider like, hey, these might be the people of the Lord. Because they truly have no identity. Right? They have no identity. Not the people that already have. See, when you calling yourself an Israeli or a Jewish, you have an identity, so to say. They have an identity. They have a resting place. meaning that nobody don't own them. They so-called sovereign. They own everything. That being said, all right, but your identity was took from you, man. Who you are, and you don't own your identity, like the brother said. When you, what's her name in the hospital? Write the name. This gonna be her name, and they attach that shit to a social security number or birth certificate. I forget exactly the order, but they attach it to contracts. When you give them your name, they attach it to contracts. When you go in that database, like when you go up top, right, where your social security is tracked across the pond, that's all. It's a number. You're a number. You don't. It ain't your name. Ain't right by that. It's just a fucking number in a system.
And they got their palm prints and their feet prints.
Yeah.
So yes, we got your mark. So you can't say, oh no, that wasn't. That's not my child.
Got right here.
Let's get a print out of his hand.
That's why you know the IRS. You know your taxes. You can't file a tax on your social security number. It's impossible. What's your social? Yeah. Want to see how much that number, how much money is generating, and how much money now owes the system. And what? It's your name though, right? No, it ain't no fucking name. Man.
Right. Is he
Okay.
contributing
Yeah.
to our cause?
Exactly.
The small hats.
Exactly. Taxing the hell out of you. Americans are finding out who all your tax money going to.
And they're the ones taxing you.
Yeah.
They're the one taxing you, hitting you with interest rates, you know, and then your taxes go back to them. You getting bamboozled in every aspect. You're paying them money hand over fist. They double dipping.
Pocket full of hoes. Yeah. And also you being traded on the stock market too. You know, by the way of that social security number.
This person is worth this much.
Yeah, those trusts. Yeah. So to go back to, because that's the only thing America has is worth of value right now is those trusts. Once these countries dump the trust, that's it. Dollar already don't got no value, you know. And now with this whole war going on, that military edge that America had is not there anymore. These nations are not afraid. The weak is now becoming strong. It's only a matter of time.
Jeremiah 17.
Yeah, we're getting a
This Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. It says, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee.
Yeah, well, the heritage of being called an Israelite, have an identity, the sons of the power, right? When Jacob wrestled the angel, what happened? He gave him a new name. Your name shall be Israel. So that identity is serious.
Yeah. Hey,
You know?
if I can add real quick too, another reason why identity is so serious because it goes back to a land. So if we calling ourselves the Israelites and they in that land, that means that that's our land.
Exactly.
So they ain't having that. They say, okay, well we going to America, and they want to see if the Lord is with us. That's what's that? Wisdom of Solomon. Let us see if the Lord be with them. Basically, they finna put it to the test, and the Lord gonna be with his men. So when they do that, the Lord gonna raise up them with spiritual power, and that's it. You know? Then we gonna know who the true everybody. Then they shall know that a prophet has been among them. Then they shall know who the true service of Yahweh Shai is. Everybody gonna come to realize who the true Israelites are when in that day. You know?
It says, and I will give cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
Yeah, so captivity. I'm gonna take your name away from you. And you going into captivity. All right. It's about our heritage, man. So that's what the Lord is coming from. Go back now, Bumshaw. Now go back to Luke 4:17. That's what the Lord is coming for the captives, man. And we still in captivity to this day, as Baruch said.
If a man steals a man and he be found in his hand,
Exodus 21, verse 16.
shall surely not go on.
So so again, go back all this war. This is the controversy of Zion, man. Well, his name started with his name first, because we're his children. All right. So the Most High finna clean up his name that we profane. The Lord said, "You profane my name." Okay. So that's why. Yeah, he's saying that far up.
That shit.
Okay,
Through.
Yeah, this is Luke 4 and verse 18. It says, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he have anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He have sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and the recovering of sight to the blind, to set a liberty them that are bruised."
Yep. That's it. That for the verse count. To set at liberty them that are bruised. Okay, and we've been bruised, man. Jake, man, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American ban is finished. You already know the so-called which they're brown. You know they done. They women is the worst on the planet. You know the so-called Latinos, all right, they under the same conditions. And the Native Americans, you know they through. Reservations, drunks, and so on and so forth. Right? So we've been bruised, the water. We've been bruised, man. Okay? So that's who the Lord, that's why this gospel is entered into the hearts of the men you see of this fashion. Of those same people that society breaks down. That's why they out there proclaiming that they are the people of the Most High, that they are the Hebrew Israelites. That's why it all makes sense why they out there now. Look what's happened to them. Right? Those are the people of the Most High. When you read the Bible, that's how we know who we are. According to the prophecies. The conditions that we are in, the history. Through the Spirit. Okay? We are the people of the book, man. The Israelites. Go ahead.
Says, to preach the acceptable year of the Lord.
Yeah, so it's speaking about a time period. All right? This is the time where America's on a steep decline. A steep decline. Fast, falling faster than it's ever been falling. Both sides speeding up. It's on a steep decline, man. At the same time, the Most High has raised up the tabernacle. David was going to it on the way on the car up here, right? Because society, starts with, is the heart of society. It's the governing body. Right? But in order to govern, right, a society, you have to have laws, rules. Okay? So the Most High is already building up the kingdom. We coming out here establishing the law, man. And then when I say the law, I don't mean just the Levitical priesthood and the first part. I'm talking about the law, meaning the commandments, what the Most High said.
Right.
Things declared from Him. Laying down the law, telling you everything. This is what's about to happen. Right. So you see, the kingdom is already being built. Our society is already here. You just got to take those men, that governing body, and give them power. Going through the whole thing, change them up, change their bodies. But you just got to take those men and put them in a position on the rulership of the planet Earth. That's all you got to do.
Right.
Because the governing body already said the rules, the laws, the government is there, man. Because you see, that's what happens when society breaks down, where the government cuts off all, public aid, public assistance, and they preserve the government. That's why all fuel and everything for militaries is, you cut civilians off. Let's say it's a military base down the street, and it's a gas station right there. The military base run out of gas for somehow, and it's a Wawa right down the street. They got the power to cut all civilians off from this and take and occupy that. We take under U.S. government such and such.
Right.
We taking this gas station now. We have no more fuel. And the person that own it, they can't do shit about it. That's why you got executive orders and things like that.
Right.
Oh, this is my right. I own this. Under executive orders, it's emergency. And then what? If you want to bam, they gon' bam. They
gonna be out there with them guns. They ain't gonna just sit there. They're gonna be out there with their guns. Hold them posts.
talking about you can't take my property. That's why all hell's getting ready to break loose, man.
Yeah.
Civil war, because the government is about to take all your shit and going to show you're a captive. You don't own nothing.
Yeah. They say that you can own nothing and be happy. That's why everything is subscription now, because basically you really don't own nothing. Whatever you think is yours, they own it, and all it takes is a stroke of a pen. Well, if you go into war, Nothing that you claim is yours is yours. They taking everything.
Yeah.
They can take you. Shit.
Yeah.
Occupy your house.
Yeah.
That's why I said. I forgot what time period in history that was where soldiers are actually going into people's house.
American Revolution.
American Revolution. All right. So
That's British soldiers. The British soldiers that were going into American people's homes and staying. But the American soldiers were doing the same thing. They did the same thing in the Civil War too. Where the army, they were in a different state. They said, hey, we need to sleep.
That's like out of their house, put in the camps and have those troops in your home.
And guess what?
IDF.
Yeah, and guess what? Just like back then, it's a whole lot of raping.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So they're gonna tell you to leave and leave your wife and your daughters in there and your sons.
Bring
They like
the one from the back that I saw when I first came in there,
right.
hiding around the corner. Bring her first.
same thing they did in slavery.
Yeah.
Damn. You got that nigger girl ready for me, boy?
Yeah.
You know, they go get your daughter from out the barn, clean her up, get her cleaned up.
Yeah, see,
Drunk as
Esau would go to the man and be like, hey, go get me your wife.
Yeah. In your face, like.
Yeah, and you can't do nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Yeah,
This place finna get judged, man.
Yeah, that's just.
That's why we saying out here, man, atrocities, the crimes committed amongst our people, man. Get a one huge big slave, right? And breed them. Go to different farms. Well, your wife, she might be built. Master say, hey, yeah, I want to right there. He coming there having his way with your woman because he want the sperm from that big male that made he can produce a big male like him, and that's your wife, man. Now you stuck being stepdaddy. That's what Jake get. That's what Jake traumatized. That's why Jake like that right now, bro. Completely bugged out. Slavery, captivity is just completely messed up, traumatized him, man.
If you see those cucks, the Edomite cucks, a lot of them be getting niggas to fuck their wives. And and Jake before that, like, bro, that's a traumatized, that's a defect in the brain that happened long ago from his genes of having to deal with that shit, laying with the master's wife, or some other slave.
Yeah, and they could be married. That's why Jake be all he want to rap about is adultery. How he f this dude's bitch. Yeah, they was doing that shit, forcing him. And then you know how that was, man. Esau caused chaos. Jake hurt, man, all kind of ways, bro.
Hey, and it was like a science behind it too, because they brought in Willie Lynch. You got the Willie Lynch letters, and it was literally showing the slave masters how to break the slave, and that shit still affects us to this day, man. Our people have a whole dynamic in their mind, the way they think, the way they move, based off of slavery. And a lot of our people, they was destroyed so much that they just got to be destroyed here in America because they can't be revived. The Lord can't do nothing with them, man. They've been destroyed too much, So that's why you got 2/3.
I
saw all that.
That was it.
All right, go ahead.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 12. That reads, for thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous.
Yeah, so, and it started with the brotherhood, the structure of the men. All right, the Esau destroyed the men, all right, by getting at his women. That's how it happens, right? So now, we always going to the whole family structure is all messed up, this, that, and the third. Okay, so that's so for us to be out here standing upon our feet, all right, it's men in brotherhood, all right, moving like men, moving in the spirit of fathers, man, father figures. Okay, that's the miracle Yahweh Shai performed. That's who he came to heal, by giving them the gospel, giving them the good news, man. All right, Yahweh Shai being our champion. Cause we have a champion, man. Yahweh Shai, bro. That's why we sit back. That's why I'm Baba Shai. Get real quick, Hebrews 11 chapter, right? Because that's the time we coming into. Because everything we received this is a gift from the Lord, man. To give us His gospel. This is the greatest thing Yahweh Shai could have done. Is giving us His gospel. Go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 11,
The top, yep.
and verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for.
Yeah, now faith is the substance of things hoped for. All right, so we saw the gospel, everything that's happening right now. All right, now faith is the substance of things hoped for. So as things get worse, we hoping that things get better. I mean, it's like it get worse because it's gonna get better for us.
Right.
That's what I mean. All right, we hoping it gets worse because that's better for us, man. Because while we have faith, the scriptures told us what's getting ready to happen. The scriptures told us Yahushua is coming. This is his return. The signs. So I'm going to show you right there, you got faith. So are you hoping World War III progresses? All hell breaks loose to the point missiles are shot? Chaos breaks out in America? That's what you hoping for, right? So you have faith, man. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for. We hoping for the kingdom. We hoping for the return of Yahushua. That's the gift right there. Because a lot of people can't believe it. Don't believe it. Not looking for it. So these are the men who truly have the faith.
Hey, that's why Father Haro say you got to be a little bit crazy to believe this.
Exactly.
We're talking about death and destruction, but we know these things must come to pass.
Mm-hmm. And you trusting that the Lord will get you through all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because if you speaking of it, it's like a feeling when it happens, right? Everybody blame you for it.
Right.
Hey, that's what I thought you was talking about first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
Exactly.
damn. Yeah. But you speak about it, and then when it happened, people blame you, right? You're like, see you, that's because you said that. And you get the blame for it because some shit fucked up. You spoken that
Yeah.
you spoke, yeah. You know, you get the
I
blame for
spoke
it.
about it.
Yeah, Jake gonna do that. Your own people. You did this. They gonna tell on you. They gonna put bounties on our heads, and your family gonna tell on. Your family gonna turn on you, man. Watch. They gonna say that you did this.
So just because you spoke about it, so when we say these things are gonna happen, all hell breaking loose is getting dangerous out here. Be like, hey, even though we did, but like, hey, you brought that point. You say, hey, like you say, why would you ask for something like that, right? Why would you want something like that to happen? Like you say, going back to the point, brother said you got to be crazy. Why would you want something like that to happen? That's crazy. And then again, like the feeling you speak about and it happened, you're like, oh shit, you got yourself into this, right? But we trust that the Most High he's gonna save us, man. That's the point about it. That's where your faith is at, to the point you out there able to prophesy. Speak of it, speak up to come. So-called, and when I say so-called, bring it upon yourself, right? Because you spoke about it, and now it's happening. Manifested, right? And now it's here.
Yeah.
But you trust that the Most High gonna
Right.
save you, bro. That's faith, bro. That's a thing. You asking for death, basically. If you on the outside looking at it, like, yo, you asking for that. You on a nuclear fire, you asking for that. Like, no, I believe the Most High is the way out. The scripture of salvation. And that's what's starting by believing Yahushua. He is. He say I believe Yahushua is gonna save us. Plain it, point blank, period, man. So it goes to show you have faith. If you truly believe the same, that's why the scripture say also those that love the coming of the Lord. Roughly paraphrasing. All right? Just wait for the Lord to return, bro. That's again, like let's say you gotta be crazy. It's the faith. It's the faith that's overriding all of that, man. It goes to show you the power behind that faith, man. And that was a gift according to Ephesians. So that's where the power is at. Read that again, Baba Kashaw.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, and verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for,
That's what faith is substance things hope for. Go ahead.
the evidence of things not seen.
Bam. So it's the evidence of what's not seen. What we don't see. We don't see yet the Yahushua here, the kingdom established, right? But in our mind's eye, our so-called imagination, the vision, will show you who the prophets is, right? Because they believe the vision. So they speaking on what they see. So they speaking on what they see, bro. They believe in the vision. So you see who the prophets is. The men out there speaking on things concerned that they see in the scriptures. The breakdowns. Yahushua opened up, loosened up the seals, man. So we can see these, so we can see. Let's see how hard it is. Your eyes, bro. So it's truly a blessing, man. That's why you just gotta stay spiritual. It's got to stay in the spirit. It's a fight. You know, it's not easy. That's why the Lord said, fight the good fight of faith, man. Because, bro, what you believe, right? Hold on to it. That's why the winds and affliction comes to what? Satan trying to get you to let it go. That's why I'll do that real quick. I'll let them take that girl.
This is Matthew 13 and verse 16. It says, but blessed are your eyes for they see.
So it started with seeing a vision, seeing it through the scriptures. Because what we see right now in Iran, World War III, the whole regional war, right? We saw it first in the scriptures, man. All right, World War III, prophesied by the prophets, the destruction, nuclear fire. We saw it first in the scriptures. So here it is now. What we spoke concerning, starting from our apostles on down, it's now happening. And if you have any form of intelligence, you'll be able to see that, man. So that's why I go into the wise versions. These men saw these things. They go, oh shit. They was able to figure it out. They was able to see that I saw. The wisdom was put on them, man. So here it is now. These things are manifested. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. But you understand, that's why Yahushua said, the Bible is written to me. It all makes sense. Yahushua was who he is, the people, the Israel, the captivity they overgo in, the wars. It all makes sense. Everything, every people right now struggling in life, my life don't make sense. They don't know where to turn. Well, all this shit makes sense to us, man.
Right.
It all makes sense to us. We ain't but damn, like fuck no. No. We in the best moments of our life right now.
But somebody wants to wicked, they don't see it. Yep. Right? They don't care. Why? We out here rejoicing, out here preaching, going hard as we do. Right. Yep.
The foolishness of preaching. Right? Yeah, bro. And then you still blinded that you can't even see it. That's the part. That's the bad part about it. All right?
It says, but blessed are your eyes for they see, and your ears for they hear.
Uh-huh.
For verily I say unto you, that many prophets.
Yeah.
For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see.
Why? They desired because it was sealed.
Yep.
It was sealed. The understanding of the book was sealed until the time of the end. Even that's why we the elders say Daniel didn't fully understand what he saw. John didn't, Jeremiah, they didn't fully understand. So many prophets and keep writing this stuff down. But the full understanding of it, they couldn't see it. But we see it. See there? What the missiles is. The chariots, they know. I believe they know the chariots. Identify, the clouds. All right, what? The hard fight need things like that. All right. Okay. But wait, man, we seen it though. Right? And not only that, we finna see it in real time. Right? They scriptures say, and when you go into Hebrews, all of them died in the faith, not seeing these things. Abraham, for example, he didn't see the promised land, but he still died believing that he was going to get there. In his old age, he still believed. On his deathbed, he didn't forsake his faith. Like, oh, the Lord ain't gonna give me the promise. No, he died believing these things, even though it was afar off. And consider Abraham, what we see now is way off. But he believed.
Right.
Bro, that's a powerful faith, man.
Yeah.
Right? And then even in this times, we have even more powerful faith. But Yahushua unlocked it, man. Because here it is, we haven't seen nothing but words. And we believe, man. We got a different level of faith in this time. Go ahead.
Says, and have not. Bring it back. Says that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them.
Uh-huh.
and hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them.
That's right. And have not heard them. You know, but not everybody can hear the gospel, right? They can hear what they need to hear.
See,
Not everybody have ears to hear. Because if they heard the gospel, meaning truly, meaning understood it, they would be out here with us. And then what we just went into what faith is, the substance of things hoped for. So they even received the faith to believe in the gospel. They didn't get the gift, man. So going back to get that verse Buckle shot.
Revelation chapter 3 and verse 11. Behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast.
And you see that's even speaking louder than ever. Behold, I come quickly. But if you have the understanding, you see that was quick. Understanding the ears and what the ear is to the Most High.
Yep.
See, we got to understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have that understanding, man. Even though this happened, but way after, it's written by John the Apostle, way after Yahushua had already left, right? He was on the island of Patmos like 90
Like 98.
90 AD, right? So this happened way after Yahushua left. He received these revelations, man. Right? So sent us to prison, the last apostle to receive this book. So here it is. Behold, now we see it like, yeah, that really was quick. You know what I'm saying? You even look at John, when John wrote, behold, I come quickly through the spirit that y'all was trying to speak it. He wasn't lying. Because what? 2,000 years ago, a little over 2,000 years ago, but we understand him, that's only 2 days. So he wasn't lying when he said, behold, I come quickly, because here he is in 2026. And we like, damn, this shit right here. The slavery went with what they just celebrated 250th year.
Yeah.
That ain't shit to the Lord. Y'all on a decline like this in 250? Whatever, 250 years? Because 1,000 years is one day, so 500 will be 500 years. So half 500 is 250. You know what I'm saying? I was quick. Your king was frozen. And it's out of there. That's it. So you do the math, how many hours that is. But, yep. I think that's yeah, you can't put it on just in case. Want to be sure. But anyways, 250 years is over with, man. That was quick. So we gotta get back a shot. But in these times too, right? The truth just came out what? 1969, 1970. All right,
Only a couple minutes.
we here.
Yeah.
We here.
I can break this out to AM.
We got it, man.
NLT. It says, Revelation chapter 3, verse 11. I am coming soon. Hold on to what you have.
And this is what we speak about the gospel, man. Good news. You wonder why we out here ecstatic, right? Prophesying, happy as hell. This is the gospel. Like, yo, you hear some good news? You're running out on the street, you're celebrating. You know? Just yo. Yeah. You hear some of you and your boys going back and forth loud, talking. Yeah, that's how we are out here, man. And we actually believe. We just went into what faith is. Faith is the substance of things, the evidence of things that I see. We have it. So read that again, Bubba.
I'm coming soon. Hold on to what you have.
So that's why it's a fight. Right? Because you always challenge by this physical realm. That's a constant challenge. Sometimes you heavy in the spirit, nothing ain't messing with your faith, you know? But then sometimes the winds pick up, the boisterous winds, and then you catch the hell, and then that's the right. Yeah. Fight, like what that affliction put on you to make you doubt it. That's why you gotta build your faith up, man. Well, you don't understand the Lord when you put everything that you focus on. What, man? That's why it's funny. Because the problem is the world is your faith. That's why God's called the fire. They know. Do you still believe he coming down? Dude, this happened. Do you still believe what's is going to happen? This happened. Do you still believe what the Lord said was going to happen? You always get questioned.
And that's the thing, is that even the question is was told that it was gonna happen.
Exactly. Exactly.
The Lord's covered on every side.
That's what I say. Oh, that you're going to get questioned. That's where the fight is at.
Your integrity was gonna get checked.
Exactly. You still do it. That's why Job was telling you. The Zal still made that you still believe in the Most High. Basically, what she asked him. He done all you still believe. It's that question. And then if you got it, you know you're gonna be like, boom. Scripture say, even against faith, Abraham had faith. He didn't like because her womb was old, so it's impossible for Sarah to bear a seed. But the Most High told Abraham that was going to happen. So he still believed. He didn't know the Most High said you want to have a child. So many words. And but that's what faith is, man. So that's why the child is going. It makes you question. It's to question you. I remember the priest Bar, he posted a short where it says now pain is your friend. Pain is there to ask you. I don't know if I've seen it. But it's like pain is there to ask you, do you still want this? How bad you want it? It's like pain is there to looks like a hole looking at you, like you said. But pain is there to question you. Do you want it? Right? How bad it's there to ask you that question. Because you gotta go through the pain. Because once you get to the pain, you get results.
Sorry, verse 8. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out to a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, he went out, not knowing whether he went.
Now, if you know the story of Abraham, he was amongst his father, Terah. So he was amongst his kids, so to say, amongst his family. So that takes faith to leave them, your comfort zone, your father, so on and so forth. Which his father was in the Ur of Chaldees, right? What? Babylon worshiping idols and stuff. So the Most High had to separate him from that. So that took faith. The moon, yep. So that took faith. Understanding that. That's why you got to know the history too. You say you know the history to know the history. So he had to leave his family, but he trusted the Most High. Look, I'm pretty sure he had a house, and he had his what he needed. Who knows? If I could have had money, what he could have been living good over there, comfortable. Who knows? I don't know.
I believe he was because he had an army.
Yeah.
Fine. I know that probably after the Most High rose him up though. But when he was with his father.
Oh, when he was with his father? I don't know.
Yeah, just saying who knows, but maybe so. But
He had
he
money.
became wealthy, definitely. Yeah.
He gave tithe to 10% up to have,
Well, but he's Abraham. It's called from amongst all people. That's how we are in the spirit. But even though you might be now came to God, simply living under my mom's authority. What? Spirit Paul broke it. Stop eating the same shit she ate. You stop doing that. You stop believing in right deep. Right? And start believing in Yahweh Shai. Okay? So spiritually, you come from among your kinsmen. Even though you might be with them there physically, but mentally, you come from among them. So that's faith right there. That's how spirit bears witness our spirit that we are the children of the Most High, the children of Abraham. That's what Yahweh Shai told him. If you were Abraham's children, basically you will believe. Because that's who the real children of Abraham is. Because what you would do, he said you would do the works of Abraham. Because Abraham had faith. Go ahead.
This is Hebrews 11 and 9. By faith, he sojourned in the land of promise, cast in a strange country,
Yep.
dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob,
Okay.
and heirs with him the same promise. For he looked for a city which has foundations, whose builder and maker is Yahweh. Now, 11. It says, through faith, also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed and was delivered of a child when she was past age, because she judged him faithful who had promised.
The faithful has promised. Right, so regardless of the circumstance, the words of the Most High, man, you have to believe. You have to believe, man, the words of the Lord. And we out here showing it, even though it's a fight. Remember that question always gonna be there. That's why Yahweh Shai said, shall I find faith on that? That question always gonna, that's what the trials and tribulations do. You still believe the Lord? What's really happening? You bite down, you like, man. You know what I'm saying? You bite down, you like, man, it's gonna come. You expect, man, it's gonna come. You know, that's the fight. It's gonna come. Catching hell, bro. Hey, man, the kingdom gonna come. You know? Go ahead.
Romans chapter 8 and verse 33. Who shall lay anything to the charge of the Most High's elect? It is the Most High that justifieth. Who is he that condemneth? It is the Mashiach that died, yeah, rather that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of the Most High, who also maketh intercession for us. Who shall separate us from the love of the Mashiach?
That's the spirit, right? And who shall separate us? Hey, but it's going. That's the condition of the battle, man. It's always opposing forces. That's why the same for everybody.
Right.
You know, everybody not going to keep that mental battle going on over their head. Then they can press. You know, that's the cross that you're bearing. Spiritually, symbolic. That's the cross you're bearing. It's in here. You still holding on to Yahweh. You holding that cross, man. You ain't letting it go.
No matter how much hell you go through.
Yeah.
Christians think that God is good all the time. Lord, what you gonna do? He gonna try you. He gonna chastise you. He gonna put you through the fire. That's really the best thing for you. That's the best time for you. That's when you can really grow.
Because you would say, nah, man. Because mentally you'll put the cross down and be like, this ain't most important. Most important to me right now is this. Yeah, exactly. It becomes a burden, so you wanna drop it now, right? Because you want that mental space that you want to put the cross down. Basically, that's what you want to do. You don't want to carry it no more.
That was just that excuse, man.
Yeah. So now you think you're gonna go back into the world, life gonna be I got that load up.
So it's gonna be back.
Yeah, now you. I'm with my lady. I can focus on my lady, and focus on my career now, and I don't gotta hold that mental cross, burden no more of the ministry and holding on to the faith. That's what dudes do. That's why, they unworthy. It's a fight, man. The Lord want the people that's gonna hold on to that cross, that's gonna carry it all the way up until the end, man. You got that? Oh, that was it on that? Oh, you got more. Go ahead.
Who shall separate us from the love of Mashiach? Shall tribulation?
That's the question. Who shall separate us? What's gonna separate us? Right? Then you get to a point where you feeling yourself all through the spirit of Yahweh shine, and you like, what's up? Ready? You get in that mode where you like, let's go. Yeah, you dig deeper, you get stronger. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, because we're gonna come to some resistance. When that happens, you gotta dig your heels into the ground and face it, man. You gotta fix it. And that's what Yahweh Shai is looking for. Stand up for me. It says tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword.
Yeah.
As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long.
For thy sake, we going through these things, man.
You're good.
Yeah. For the sake, man, for you holding down Yahweh, you holding on to the faith, bro.
Right.
That's why, in the Lord, we cast in the prisons, cast in the dungeons, and stuff like that, man. And still believe in those times, you gotta believe in the brother.
Look at Daniel.
Yeah. What's that?
Look at Daniel.
Yeah.
Got thrown in the lion's den.
Because he went worship.
Yeah.
All right.
But he believed in them. Lion stayed.
Right.
That's it. That's the conditions, the positions you put in to test your faith, man. So we have all these examples. Go ahead.
As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors
Spirit.
through him that loved us.
Yep.
For I am persuaded that
So through him that loved us, through Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, we gonna conquer this. And that's heavy. You brought that out, brother. Because when you sit back and meditate and look at all the things you've been through, and you know, Jake, you can point out some heavy times, and you like, man, I know the Spirit of the Lord on me because of how I got through that. When you look and you see like there's no way I can get through that by myself. Like me, you say me, I wasn't strong enough for that. You know if somebody like helping you get, bro. You know yourself, like, nah, I ain't strong. I'm not strong enough to get through that, bro. That's when you believe. Hey, the Spirit of the Lord gotta be on me. There's no way I would have kept going through that, man. That's his presence. That's his power that's on you, man. That's why through him, read that part again, Bubba Shot.
says, verse 36, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long.
So since it's for his sake, go ahead.
We are accounted as sheep for thy slaughter.
Yep, being sheep like him, walking as he did.
Hey, in all these things we are more than conquerors.
In all these things we are more than conquerors.
Him
Because
that's not
conquering, really, if you look at it, right? Conquering is like something you put in a physical realm. You know what I'm saying? Like that's your understanding of the conquer.
yeah.
But once you die, what you gonna conquer? Right? You dead. So through him, he was resurrected. He above that, more than a conqueror. He more than a conqueror, bro. Because once you dead, you dead. That's the physical. Any up you done, and you defeated. All right, you can go through everything in life A+, but you still die. Like, yeah, that nothing ever stopped that dude.
Yeah.
But death did. The nigga still ended up dying though. As great as he was, the champion on this planet Earth, nobody could beat him. But time eventually caught up to him and he expired, man. So Yahushua was slain but resurrected. So Yahushua is more than a conqueror, and we are more than conquerors through him. And we doing all these things spiritually because we died. We died. But through this gospel, this is you. So-called, they say you reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
This is the new person I am now, though. This is who I am. That's why you get a Hebrew name and so on and so forth. You take upon a new identity, man. So you can't see the Spirit dealing with you. You gotta see it.
Right.
The Spirit of the Lord. That's how you able to conquer the afflictions of the world. That's why he say, "Be a good cheer, for I have overcome the world."
That's right.
And His Spirit in us.
To overcome.
That's why it's like to overcome everything, even death. Read it again.
says,
It's so heavy.
nay, in all things we are more than conquerors. through him that loved us.
Yep.
Through him.
Through him, that's the water. That's the point going to bring. Through him.
Right.
That's why we say Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Because through him who loved us, it was the Most High first. That's why he sent Yahweh Shai. So those two are one, meaning in the same mind. Right? Not one in the spirit, like one entity, but they're one. Because Yahweh sent Yahweh Shai, man. He as a sacrifice. Okay? So yeah, Yahweh Shai loved us. But who gave him the authority or the power to come down here and do what he did? The Heavenly Father granted that. Okay? So through Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we more than conquerors. Can't none stop us. So when you in your low position and you going through it or whatever, just sit back, man, and know that the Spirit of the Lord is on you and you're going to get through whatever it is, bro. His strength is going to be, he been with you this whole time. You still believe, right? You still believe? You still hoping on the kingdom? You still got faith? We know what faith is. You still hoping that these things happen? Well, these things are going to happen, and he's going to be with you. Because right now, we about to go into the time of Jacob's trouble, where it's about to get heavier than it's ever been. So how you made that realization, like, yo, you sat back and thought of all the things you went through? Be like, no. Like, I wanna made it through that. Like, the Spirit of the Lord was on me. Like, I don't know how I got through that. Well, keep that, because we about to go through it this time. And believe it. That the Spirit of the Lord is in me, and you're going to conquer it all, because greater is he that's within you, man. Spirit, you ever sit on that? Go ahead, bro.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 4, and verse 4. Ye are of the Most High, little children.
We are of the Most High. Again, if the Most High is a God, and we're of him, what? Basically saying a father, the progenitor, we are of him. You know? We are of the Most High, so he's our progenitor. Okay? So, we literally been resurrected, bro. We walking down here as gods in the spirit, bro. Again, we just read more than conquerors, man. Ain't nothing out here that we can't accomplish without the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And through him, we can conquer all these things, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's why get that. They got the victory in Revelation. Go ahead, Baruch Shah.
1 John 4 and 4. Ye are of the Most High, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you.
So overcome the enemies. The enemies, these demons. Because if anybody not with Yahushua, they're against you, man. That's why I say you quote the scripture, they of their household shall be your enemies, roughly paraphrasing. Right. Why? Because they not with Yahushua.
Right.
But you gonna overcome them. There are spirits that's not with the Lord. So everybody outside this truth is against you, man. That's just how it is. Because why? Demons at some point can influence them, get on them. They're enemies. They're not, Yahweh said, if you're not gathering, you scattering. Plain and simple, you ain't down for the cause, man. You are not down for the cause, and then when push come to shove, that's going to be shown. Because why? Point is, you don't believe, man. And that's an evil thing. That's an evil heart. That's an evil heart, man. You don't believe in the Most High. Yahweh Shemiah Shai. Go ahead.
It reads on, says, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world.
Yep. So, go show you too, you don't believe, but you ain't out here fighting. That's it right there. Going back to that fight.
Yeah.
You ain't out here trying to hold it down, man, and hold on to your faith, man. And you ain't being a true worshiper of the Lord. Because if so, you will be doing your faith and your works will be going hand in hand, man.
Right.
Going back to, you simply don't believe. And you say, oh, I do believe in you. You might wholeheartedly believe in Jesus. Cool. But we talking about Yahweh Shai, the true powers. You don't believe in Yahweh Shai. That's why the name is important. Because you got people out there that probably truly believe in Jesus Christ. And everything, and all the madness that comes with him. But you don't believe in the true Messiah. The true power, the true God.
According to the Bible.
According to the Bible. Exactly. So you don't believe. You don't believe. And you are an enemy to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. And you are going to be destroyed. All right? Go ahead.
This is Revelation 15 and verse 2. It says, I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast and over his image and over his mark.
Yep. So you got men out here that are about to get the victory. Right? Because we spoke about how we all in captivity right now. Through the contracts, the Social Security, the birth certificate. And we see clearly that this devil wants to put us in basically a digital captivity. Right? So we trying to escape this system, get the victory over this system. Detach. All right? Be freed, literally freed, man, from this flesh. This is all captivity, man. All of this shit is captivity. And you in the flesh, so you subject, and Esau creates a wicked ass world to where you subject to seeing this shit, to where you gotta fight this shit all the time. That's why you have to become a new creature. You gotta constantly mortify the deeds of that's a continuous thing. Cause you in a prison, man. And Esau, he just do nothing but he just keep you in it. With his enchantments, all the wicked shit that goes on in here, the idol worship. This place is littered with idolatry, man. Spiritual fornication. Worshiping the other gods. By law, you have a right to worship any god you want to in Babylon the Great, aka America. You have the right to marry whoever you want to. Do whatever you want to.
You can
And
marry,
then if you have go ahead.
you can marry whatever you want to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A tree.
Whatever.
Yeah, sidewalk.
And if you have a certain class, Epstein class, you can basically commit cannibalism,
Anything.
murder, man. You literally can do anything you want if you have a certain class.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, that's the high class where you can commit mass murder and you don't get arrested for it because you of that Epstein class, that E class, right? You can eat children, and you good. You got a whole island where you dedicate all that stuff to, where you can do all those things.
Right.
Because you got the money, you of a certain class to buy an island. These devils literally can do whatever they want, man. Because they of that class. That's the wicked, that's why we call it the wicked elite. Why you think our elders go so heavy on that? And they just say it like it's just in the wicked elite. I know I'm thinking about elder go hard. The wicked elite. Because they wicked. You on that level? When you are up on that level, you can do basically I didn't say basic. You can do anything you want. I won't say basic. You can do anything you want, man. In this society. Behind closed doors. And now they coming out doing it openly, and what you gonna do about it? Right? So we looking to get the hell out of this place,
All
bro.
of them niggas somehow all die in federal prison.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All of them niggas just die.
Don't gotta pay for no crime.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
Go ahead.
It says, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass.
Yep. So as we interpret it, what? You above the destruction. So you looking at the destruction down, and we know, just spiritually speculating, we're gonna get beamed up into the chariots. So we will be in the chariots, looking down at the destruction. It all just makes sense, right? So that's us in the chariots, looking down at the destruction. The sea of mingled glass, that's Babylon the Great, aka America, completely engulfed in flames, man. Go ahead.
It says, having the heart of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. And they sang the song of Moses, the servant of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Lord Yahweh.
Yeah, so we give the glory. Because as we on the ground, man, we in the spiritual army, we out here on the front lines. Right? And right now, it's a war of information. And so Alex Jones had that series, Info Wars. That's what it's about.
Right.
War on information. That's where it starts. So this is the gospel. That's why you call it the good news.
Right.
Because they control the news and the media. So we on the front lines of this war, bro. It's spiritual right now, but we on the front lines. So we seeing how the Most High is a strategic general, so to say, of this army, man. Got everything set up beautifully. The war kicking out, man. The Lord, that's why they say they rejoice at his works.
Says, saying the song, and great and marvelous are thy works.
So bro, the Lord's works is innumerable. Get to prove it, you don't gotta get it, but boy, how they say how shy the works can be written down in a book. It's so many, roughly paraphrasing.
With the works.
The works that he did could be written down, roughly paraphrased. Wouldn't be enough room like all the work he done.
Oh yeah, the works. Are you talking about tithes and storehouse?
No, the works.
The works of Yahweh Shai?
Miracles.
Okay, yeah.
Miracles he did couldn't be written. So many of them.
Oh, yeah.
So many works he done. Right. So the works of the Most High, man, is unsearchable, unobtainable, bro. We talking from the beginning of creation to every detail in history. Man.
Yeah, because I was watching something about, we just going over the things of the Lord that, they can't be measured, so to say. And the Neil deGrasse Tyson guy, that physicist, whatever, he was saying that the projected size of the universe is 45 billion light years from our star to the next nearest star, or the farthest star away is 45 billion. But that's in just one direction. The other direction, he said, is another 45 billion years. That would be the diameter of the known universe. But he said the thing is that light that we're seeing of this star, 45 billion, that light was produced 45 billion years ago. So to say, he uses these numbers, but what's beyond that, it still hasn't reached us. The lights that are even further than that, it's so far away that they can't see it. So they say that's where the universe stops, because that light hasn't reached over here. So the Lord's, the universe is infinite, and that's why the Lord gave him that impossible task of, if he can number the heavens, which scroll back like a curtain, I think it said.
Yeah. So the works of the Most High, and then here it is. We in the most historical moments in history. Where Babylon the Great, so-called aka America, the greatest country to ever come into power, is on its decline.
Yep.
We talking about some great works, man.
And that's why the scriptures talk about the go now to thy monthly prognosticators, and how the Lord calls it so-called science, because that's what these people rely on their gods and their science. And it really, science is just Esau's worshiping of his fucking idols, man. That's all his science is, because when you look at the names of the planets, they name them after Greek gods, man. So that's all his science is, just idol worship. But in that day, they're gonna have to go running back to that to try to see if they can get some answers, and they're gonna find out that none of this makes sense. The data doesn't support this happening. Why is this happening? Well, my nigga, because you done took out Yahweh Shai, but he was there all along.
This is a quick precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
The wonderful works of the Lord. This is Psalms 40 and verse 5. It reads, "Many, O Lord, O Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, my power, are thy wonderful works."
Yeah, so and it's just a marvel, right? You in awe just watching the Most High work, acknowledging it's acknowledging him, bro. It's acknowledging him and everything. It's the Most High never comes short, man. He should be in all your thoughts and in every single thing, man. The Most High is present.
Sure.
If you can appreciate him, not everybody can appreciate the artist. Takes a certain eye. When I say that, a spiritual eye. All right. Because then, as we know, all things are orchestrated by Yahweh Bashim Shai, whether good or bad, like you say, light or darkness. It's all created of the Most High, and it's all beautiful. That's when you just walk according to His will, and that's when you become that. You want to speak about a happiness or bliss?
Yeah.
Boy, man, just acknowledge the Most High, man, in everything. Yeah, water, knowing that He is. Especially if you're an Israelite, that's the godly inheritance, man. We're about to receive all things. Go ahead.
It reads, Psalms 40 and 5, "Many, O Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, my power, are thy wonderful works which thou hast done, and thy thoughts which are to usward, they cannot be reckoned up
Yep.
in order
us free. Yeah. The Most High to touch the apple of his eye. Yep. Now, if you truly believe, right? I know the hell. I know you've been catching hell. You know, I know you sore. But the Most High said they touched the apple of his eye, man. The Most High loves you, man. He finna show you. When Esau about to do what he about to do, the Most High gonna show you. You know, like I said, I know it's hard. You don't got your ass moved so much. You know, like, man, do he love me? Well, hey, you finna see, man. But that's where you get out of your emotions. You think like a man. He chastened those who he loves. So if you see that he's correcting you, you get out of your feelings. Even though it hurts, you stop crying and think like, damn, well, at least he loved me. He corrected me. Right. Because that's really all these things are doing is purifying you, is making you stronger. So the Most High loves you, man. All right, but he finna show you that his works toward. Hey, you know, because when you in love, you think about the girl all the time. That's why the scripture say, he that is married care for the things of the world, and about his girl how he may please. You think about, damn, can I bring these flowers? Or I want to get her this. Or I want to, you think about things to do. That you can make it happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All that. Well, what you can do, dates, and you into it. You want to make it happen. So his thought towards us, he said, I graved you into the palm of my hands, like roughly one of the parables he used. I can't forget you. You know, my thoughts toward the Most High is always thinking about his elect, man. It's all good. It's all good. The Most High is always thinking about his elect, man. The thoughts towards them. That you want to do.
Lord said, I know that thoughts that I have towards you, thoughts of peace. Right? So Lord, he want to give you that peace. And before then, he got to chastise you. Right? Give you that hell first. But the next thing is going to be that peace and love. Right? You're going to think the Lord is going to chastise you again, where this time he's just going to come in and give you a hug, that love.
That's right.
You're going to flinch, he's going to come in and just grab you.
Yeah.
Well done, my faithful servant.
That's right.
Hey, y'all try to make a point. He said it is finished.
Yep.
So there was a time where his suffering was, he said that was it. And after that, he gave up the spirit. So it's coming a time, Hakim, where our affliction is over with, like the brother said.
Gotta read this, bro.
Come on, real quick. Like the brother said, he gonna get you think he gonna he coming in and give you that hug, because that's it, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, that's a great analogy, because that's how it's gonna be when all hell breaks, that final day. It's gonna be like, I'm through. And the Lord's gonna come and hug you up. Right. Lead you to a ship and pass you a glass and pass you a crown. You know? Well, we got something special in store for us, man. We endure to the end. It says Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 14. I'm reading the NLT. It says, soon all you captives will be released. Imprisonment, starvation, and death will not be your fate.
Yeah, man. Hey, we about to be released, man. And you wanna know why we happy.
Right.
Release date, man. This prison sentence. This guy, hey, and again, that's why the gift of faith is so heavy. Because we ain't talking about just, y'all free out of prison or y'all free out of, we gonna let y'all go, we gonna give y'all a little bit of land. No, we talking about free out of this flesh.
Right.
To receive immortality, brother.
Right.
To receive pleasures and things that this flesh that we can't comprehend, eyes have not seen, the scripture said, ears have never not heard. So through our faith, that's what gives us even more excitement, so to say, or more joy. Because it ain't just gonna be free from America, free from Esau. Look, bro, we gonna be free from sin.
Yeah.
Death. Exactly. You ain't gonna die no more. Because again, Esau can free you right now. But like the brother said, you still gonna die. Right? Y'all go free. You go a couple trillion. Y'all start. Eventually, you're gonna die though.
Exactly.
Why? Because you sin. That's why you're gonna die, because you're gonna sin. So through our faith, we're able to tap into a different level of joy. Be able to see things higher than the carnal. As we just went into the carnal, bro, that ain't free. Because no, man, we talking about immortality, where you free from death, man. Go ahead.
I'm reading again in the AMP. Isaiah 51 and verse 14. the captive exile will soon be set free and will not die in the dungeon, nor will his food be lacking.
Ooh,
Take care of us, bro.
that's heavy. You got it.
Hey, Lord gonna take care of us, man. We're not gonna see if, and brothers might get put into them concentration camps or whatever. The Lord gonna break you out. We're gonna have food in abundance. When everybody else is starving, we're gonna be eating, man. The Lord said, my servants shall eat. If you serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai truthfully and sincerely, he gonna make sure you eat. We ain't gotta worry about stocking up food and water and guns. Just trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He says, seek ye the kingdom, and all these things will be added unto you. So all we gotta do is do what we continue to do what we're doing, man. You know? That's the thing.
Yeah, quick reset to that. Romans chapter 6 and verse 14. For sin shall not have dominion over you, for ye are not under the law, but under grace. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? God forbid. Know ye not to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are to whom ye obey.
So, you know, if you out here, you obeying, do what makes you happy, do what feels good.
Right.
Well, bro, that's who you are a servant to.
Yeah.
That's who owns you, and that's the flesh. That's sin. Death owns you. Cause so it's simple, bro. That's another like exhortation, cause to do the right thing. Because and encouragement. Keep doing your life is basically, you devote your life to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? To serve the Lord. So that's who you are. Who owns you? That's who your master is.
All right.
So you're doing the right thing. But dudes that said, nah, they saw the truth, they want to come to the truth, want to go for, bro, you're a servant to the flesh,
Right.
to sin, to death. Yes, that's who you serve. You serve death, my boy. But I'm doing what makes me happy, what feels good. You're serving to death, though. So what? Eventually, you're going to die.
Yep.
So that's a exhortation of forsake pleasures. Fuck pleasures.
Yeah.
Fuck the flesh. Stop trying to please the flesh, man.
Right. And when serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai, it's gonna be suffering, but you're gonna receive eternal life. See, that's the difference. Serving your flesh, you're gonna die. You for sure gonna die. But serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you got a chance to get eternal life.
And the thing is, it's all, again, it's you being disciplined, serving the Lord. That's only grievous to that pleasure side of you. You want to have fun.
Yep.
Bro, that's really,
Yes.
yeah, bro. Like, that's really what's getting hurt. Your ego, your play. You can't overly indulge in pleasure. You can't, bro.
Satisfy your greed.
Satisfy your greed. Like that's what you heard about. That's what's bothering you so much that you just can't be a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's Jake, bro.
You can't be a demon no more, and you upset about that.
Right.
Because you can't lay with another man's woman. You held the standards, now you upset about that. Niggas are weird, bro. They okay with sharing vagina. They okay with it. Well, shit, he can't do it like how I do it.
Right.
So you gonna go right behind him and do it better. Yeah, he fuck with me, bro. Like, chill. That nigga ain't hitting how I hit it. Like, bro, you're sharing her, bro. That's.
But that nigga was sitting there spitting.
Yeah. Like niggas is weird, bro. Like you good with that?
Right.
With being disgusting, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, so coming truth now, you can't do that no more. And that's what you mad about.
Right.
Because you can't eat shrimp no more. Because you can't eat things that destroy your body. You mad about it now.
Right.
Go ahead, I.
Yep. So it's whether
die, bro. You just gotta take them.
Yeah. Take him out the way.
That's it. Stubble, like unworthy, like corruptible.
Yeah.
That ain't the fine gold. The Lord is looking for. You burning up, but behind that,
Right.
That's that hate stubble.
Temporal things.
Yeah. You ain't making it, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Whether of sin unto death or of obedience unto righteousness. But the Most High be thanked that ye were the servants of sin, but ye have obeyed from the heart that form of doctrine which was delivered you. Being then made free from sin Ye became the servants of righteousness.
Free.
Right.
And become a servant of righteousness by basically simply obeying what the
Obey.
Lord told you to do.
Better than sacrifice.
Right. Exactly.
It's that simple. That's how you can escape sin. It's literally showing you the way out. Look, step out of it.
Right.
It's like somebody, like, bro, just step out of it. That's how. It's that simple.
You need to try.
Just obey. Just obey. Oh, the Lord said do this. Okay, cool. Look, now you no longer a servant to sin. It's that easy.
Right.
Sin don't own you. Just do what the Lord asks you to do.
Right.
Oh my God. Baba Gashah, many shall be purified and made white.
I got you.
Roughly paraphrasing Daniels. It's that simple. And that's why we say the water Yahweh Shai.
Simplicity of Yahweh Shai.
And all of what? Take his discipline. You can't overindulge in pleasures no more. You can't lay with other men's women no more. Like, bro, it's
That's what Paul said.
crazy, bro.
So I discipline my body and make it my slave. Right?
Yeah, niggas, they're slave to their flesh. But we make it our flesh slave to us, to the spirit. Because the spirit and the flesh is always contradicting each other.
You have that desire for righteousness, man. And that's a mentality. That's a spirit that come upon you. Show you truly are the children. You desire to be clean. That's why the Lord say, thou art holy. Holy, a clean, a peculiar people. Clean, bro. And you desire to be that way. Clean. Like every brother had that way. Hey, I wish I never sinned. But then there'd be no need for Yahweh Shai. That's why Yahweh Shai is there. But I guarantee if you correct every sin you did and could walk holy, you would do it. You would. That's what you desire. Because with that, starting first off, the Most High is going to be at peace with you. He ain't going to be mad at you. Right? That's a true story. You just want to please your master. That's first off. But then once you go into the details, damn, if we do this, all the blessings come. And you won't die. But we can't do it. So that's why Yahweh Shai is so significant. Yahweh Shai is the key. That's why he sent him. Because through Yahweh Shai, man, that thing that we desire to be clean and holy, to be perfect, we're able to accomplish that through him. That's how we gonna get it. So the Son must be praised, bro. You got it?
That's the only way. Right? That's the straight and narrow. Like what y'all was talking about earlier with the sheep and the gate. Right? You can only go through that gate through Yahweh Shai. Right? That shepherd. The shepherd.
He has the keys.
So hey, we out here. We that's why we exhort brothers to stand and fight. If you here, you desire all that, you in the right place.
Right.
That's how I'm looking for. You in the right place, and you're looking for it. And that opens up your mind. Like, oh shit, I was like, you right here. You know what I'm saying? So you right here. Well, you what? And now you have an opportunity to get whatever it is that you came there for. Right. You found what you Romans 11:7, Bible shot, real fast. You're gonna get that. You found what you were seeking for.
Right.
That's it. That's the key right there, bro. Right. You found out what you were seeking for. Well, you right here. You come to serve the Lord, to please the Lord. That's right. You right here. Right. So now all you gotta do, you got the job. You just gotta maintain the job. You gotta work. You gotta work. Go ahead.
This is Romans 11 and verse 7. It says, what then? Israel have not attained that which he have seeking.
So nobody said, oh, you're right here. Nobody said that didn't happen. So they still out there wondering.
Right.
Still looking for whatever place that is that they seeking for. They still out there. And look, you out there in these times.
Not looking good.
And in these boisterous winds, you see the winds blowing, you out there like that right now? We see why you unstable and you see where we at. Because simply as we read, the brother read in Romans, in order to escape sin, which is death, just simply obey the Lord. That's it. That's how you can escape it. That's how you get out of that prison. Escape. Sin.
Through obedience, but niggas are just so disobedient that they don't want to listen to any type of authority.
but then have something to say like they're an authority. You ain't you under no one's authority. You have no power. We have a power. How about Shimei Shai? That's why we have power through them because we're in obedience to them, man. Fucking what's it? Bati boy over here is shaking his head when the brother was talking about obedience.
Hey, and that's why you ask him right now, hey, you know anything about Iran?
Right.
What's going on with the economy? He can't tell you a damn thing. A empty cistern.
Niggas are just born in vain. Man.
That's it. That's it, bro.
Born just to die. That's it.
That's it, bro. You're an empty vessel. You're not a vessel of honor.
Waste of space.
You're a vessel of dishonor. That's it. And the Lord just gonna hit the reset. All the broken clay pot, just gonna throw them in the flames. Reset.
Recycle.
Reset, man. Just holding it.
No. It says, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Yeah, so they out there wondering, man, looking for it. But through the spirit, you got that. Hey, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. Yo, you right here. That's a great feeling. I'm pretty sure we all done experienced that before. You know, we put it in the GPS, right? This, that, and the third. You going here and there, going there, and you can't find it. And somebody, hey, is this such and such? Yeah, you right here. It's a relief when you find it, man, because you found what you were seeking for, bro. So we found what we were seeking for, man, to serve Yahweh B'Shem Shai, right? To escape sin. Because why? You heard the gospel,
Right.
and you wanted to escape death, which is what sin leads you to death. You wanted to escape that, so why? You obeyed.
Right.
So here it is now, we in the last days, and you got all the answers. You understand it.
Right.
You in a best, but you are in a fortress, man. Psalms 91.
Right. That's right.
You here right now, man.
Best place to be.
The best place to be. Why? Because you escaped death by being obedient. Bubba Shaw, brother, you got to bring that back, bro. We can. How much more time we got?
Like 2-3 minutes.
All right, just do that one.
Okay.
Say it on me.
Okay. Romans 6 and verse 16. Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are to whom you obey.
You got a new trend?
I'll get in it in the NLT. Okay.
It's we can understand. It's clear. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But you want to see if the
Yep, a little
they
bit.
mix it up a little bit more, you know.
Simpler, make it plain upon tape. Romans 6 and verse 16. Don't you realize that you become the slave of whatever you choose to obey?
Ooh, simple. You become a slave to whatever you choose to obey. So if you constantly chasing out the pleasures and I want to do what makes and that's the world. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Right? So that's who you a slave to, man.
Right. Well, let me skip down real quick. So a verse down here, verse 20, Romans 6 and 20 in the King James Version. It says, for when ye were the servants of sin, ye were free from righteousness. So you were free. Yeah, you were, YOLO it up. But what you were free from was from doing what was right.
Free from order. Free to be a beast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
brute beast.
A brute beast. You was able to go out there and be an animal before what the law said?
That was verse 20. It says, for when ye were the servants of sin, ye were free from righteousness.
Kind of so free from
We'd have
an animal.
anything but free.
You was able to be an animal, man.
Yep.
All right. And that felt good for a moment.
And not even an animal, because the animals are in order.
Come on.
Beneath a beast,
Yeah.
which is Esau.
Yeah.
You know?
And to you that felt good for a moment, but what happened to a domesticated animal once it go out there?
Yeah. Dead.
It's dead. It gets sick. You feel what I'm
Don't know how to
saying?
eat.
Don't know how to eat nothing. Right? And it gets parasites on it,
Yep.
malnourished, all those things, man.
Yep. Back up to verse 16, the second part. It says, ye can be a slave to sin, which leads to death, or you can choose to obey the Most High, which leads to righteous living.
Yeah. I like the KJV better.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, yeah, man. So in order to escape sin,
Right.
simply you just gotta obey Yahweh B'Shem Shai. And the wages of sin is what? Death.
Yep.
That's eventually gonna happen. So we heard about the death that's coming, the destruction that's coming, the fire that's coming. And we literally wanted to escape that. And how do we escape what's coming? World War III, nuclear destruction? By being obedient. It's that simple.
Right.
That's what Romans simply said. If you want to escape death, obey. So that's why he said, if I came and I have not spoke, they have no cloak for their sins.
That's right.
So if you literally want to escape death, we're making it simple. Like, Joe, you don't have to die. If you want to escape nuclear destruction, World War III, simply obey Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You got to be the elect first and foremost, but the elect are the ones that's going to obey.
That's right.
But it's that simple. So here we are. That's why we're here, fighting the good fight of faith, laying hold to eternal life because we want to escape death. It's that simple. So with that, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakadash.
double honor to the Apostle, great millstone, peace, love, and blessings to the elect. Good night, transmission, shalom.
Shalom.
Go Allah, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.